Morning, Maurice. Morning. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys, so much for the taps. A very pleasant good morning to all of you who are here. Mitzi Morgan, good morning. Good morning, Cookie. Good morning, Kerry Bless. Good morning, Uncle Joe Moore, Rohan Robinson. Good morning, Dawnside Hustle Grandma, Promise Rose, Patricia Morris, everybody that is here. Good morning to my moderators. Morning, Trems. Morning, everybody. Good morning, Jamaica. Good morning. Danny Brown, big up yourself, sir. Jamaica, how you do? Morning, Andrea Fletcher. Morning, Miss Fabulous. Morning, Lara, Official Jermaine, everybody that is here. And of course, they're messing with my numbers this morning. But I'm asking everybody that are here, the 130 of you, just to click the share button. We have some issues we have to unpack and dissect. And so let us jump right into it. Quickly, Jamaica, tell a friend. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. Good morning once again, everybody. Happy to see so many of you who are here. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Good morning, Jamaica. Good morning, one and all. Jamaica, Wagwan. Wagwan, people. There's so much that took place yesterday and early this morning, to which we have to highlight. Big up yourself, Yvonne Riley. Big up yourself, Cheryl Samuels. Everybody that is here, you know how it go. Blessings and good morning. Patsy, big up yourself. Now, Jamaica, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but according to Northwest St. James MP, and the Minister of National Security, Horace Chang, he's saying that according to, I don't know which mad smaddy put on this here, what you call it, but according to what I'm reading, Jamaica is the most peaceful country in the Caribbean, according to Global Peace Index. And when I look and see, I don't get it. Me no know what this you call delusion, you know. The delusion of grandeur. Horace Chang is coming out to tell the people of the world that Jamaica is the most peaceful country in the Caribbean, according to the Global Peace Index. I would love to see their strategy, how they arrive at this. Because if my memory serves me, I know me see it somewhere last week, say 14 bodies were found. When they no find bone, they find some afloat, some in a bush. 14 bodies were found last week. How much in a St. Elizabeth, how much here, so how much this. I don't understand. These people keep... And the people, you and I know the truth. So when we see these headlines, Valencia say one found in Portland. How the government arrive with these statistics, I don't know. But they prey on the minds of many to run with these headlines, to deceive and continue to fool. But many will not be deceived in this time. Sandy Solid, you know, easy. Me say the man say, Jamaica is the most peaceful country in the Caribbean. And the Observer have it up on front page. Trying to deceive who they can. But I want to ask Horace Chang this morning, because I saw he made reference to the TCN, the third country nationals that they would have agreed to allow to come here. And he's saying that Jamaica will not be a safe haven for criminals and dismissing fears over the TCN deportees. But I want to say to Horace Chang, Jamaica will not be a safe haven, of course, for criminals, but it surely have been very safe for you thus far. Hey, Horace Chang? Yeah, Jamaica will not be a safe haven for criminals. We get that. But so far, it has been very safe for you. Not true? Eh? You never come out and tell the country say the MOU is a public document. So if it's a public document, why is it that up to now it cannot be tabled in Parliament? Remember when the member for South St. Catherine, Fitz Jackson, asked, other members would have asked, will it be tabled? And you said it is a public document. According to you. So if it is a public document, how you can table it so people can read what in the MOU for themselves? Because so far, this government has failed miserably to explain the stipulations between Washington and Kingston. And when I look and see the three doctors who came out, Dr. Chang, Dr. Andrew HOLNESS, and Dr. Dana DIXON, all three of them with the doctoral degree behind them name, cannot explain a simple diplomatic note to the country. Huh? None of the three with the doctoral degrees and the doctorate behind them name cannot come out and explain the stipulations within. Huh? No, me want to know. I could understand the ordinary MP or a councillor or, you know, a regular citizen of this country. But when you have doctorate behind your name, it means that you would have achieved in life. Yeah? So I want to ask the three of them will have the big doctoral degree and the doctor sitting them back of them name. Dr. Andrew HOLNESS, Dr. Dana DIXON, and Dr. HORACE CHANG that came out. Yeah? Morning, Opal. Opal, WhatsApp me quick. When I get the time, you darling? Yes, I need to call you when we wrap up my program. The 3 doctoral degree we say them achieved, up to now they cannot explain what are the terms and agreements to accepting the 10,000 nationals. Huh? And this man is going to put it out there declaring that Jamaica is the most peaceful country in the Caribbean. The delusion of grandeur continues, and many will be tricked and deceived if they don't learn to read. I want to know which Jamaica they're living in. How is it that these people arrive at these conclusions to put these kind of headlines out there? Eh? How? I've seen countries like Dominica and St. Kitts with 3 murders for the year, 5 for the year. How is it that Jamaica is the most peaceful country in the Caribbean? These people will look you straight into your face and tell a bold-faced lie and expect you to believe them. But Horace Chang, you said that Jamaica will not be a safe haven for criminals, and I agree. We don't need no more criminals than what we have. But when you look at the reality, Horace Chang, it has been very safe for you thus far. Jamaica has been very safe for you, sir. Not true. For you in particular, you are declaring that Jamaica will not be a safe haven for criminals, and rightfully so. But be that as it may, it has been very safe for you thus far, Dr. Horace Chang. Not true. God is good at laugh. No, it's just the truth. Jamaica will not be a safe haven for the criminals, and he is dismissing the fears over the third country national deportees. But so far, Jamaica have been very safe for you, Horace Chang. Huh? Can you imagine? Jamaica has been very safe for you thus far, Horace Chang. Well, Jamaica, I don't know how to explain it to you guys any further this morning. Anybody growing up as a child used to listen to AUDREY FM? One man used to come on early morning on my way to school named Ran Mushet. Who remember Ran Mushet? Anybody remember one radio program? I wish a real Jamaica. Which station again? The station out of Ochi. One station out of Ochi, man. RJR. Alright, one man used to depend it name Ran Mushet. Me remember Ran Mushet in the morning. A very good program. Every radio in the morning used to have on Ran Mushet. He was full of vibes. I think him still depend radio, but me not think him depend AUDREY FM anymore. But Ran Mushet was that leading figure. But let me tell you something, Jamaica. Ran Mushet spoke on this third country national and the MOU that was signed and the ministers and who involved. And I want you to listen to what Ran Mushet said over the airwaves, Jamaica. Let us listen to what Ran Mushet have to say about this government, the Jamaica Labour Party, and how they handle this TCN and the proposal. Listen to Ran Mushet, students. Listen this.
The United States, according to Marco Rubio.
To your countries, will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border.
And according to the Jamaican government, we're getting the best of them. We're not getting the worst. We're getting the Hey, where do people that come from, Rasta?
Why are you bringing to Jamaica the most despicable, pedophiles, and dangerous people that your MOU has brought?
To turn off your mic. You heard what you said? Why is the government of Jamaica choosing to bring Rubio's pedophile and despicable people? That is the position of the People's National Party.
No, Jamaica. We hear the man say, we're looking somewhere to send the most despicable, like pedophiles, like the most despicable, like the scum of the earth. We're looking somewhere to dump them. And we're looking for countries to take them. Next thing we hear is our country will be taking them. When we say, hold if you take them, then our country's leaders say, shut up, man. You're blowing this out of proportion. We're getting the best people. Like the best people that America wants to get, those are the ones that we're going to get. Oh, then why didn't you say that, Mr. Prime Minister? Why didn't you say that, Minister of Security? I thought we're getting the worst. We're getting the best ones. The productive ones. Wow.
We've been living on the cloud ever since shaking around.
It's not even funny, you know. It's not even funny at all, Jamaica. It's not even funny at all. Oh, no, realize, say, no, everybody dumb and fool like the labor rights them. Huh? This thing has now become something big than... I don't even know, Auntie Morning Darling. This thing has become something so big, and you cannot blame anybody but the Jamaica Labour Party and this government. Because when we start to hear about this, about 2-3 weeks ago, and we have not heard Marlon Morgan how him love chat and love present in body. And we no hear Marlon Morgan, we no hear Abka Fitz, and we no hear none of them come out, come address this, and they watch it escalate. And now Jamaica, after 3 weeks, Audrey Marks is going to come out. I don't know who go cook up something now and gear and tell her say it is safe to come out now and speak. Morning Nicola Rooms. I don't know who go cook up something now and write a speech, give her. But she has been the accused, and we haven't heard anything from her. What we heard is the Prime Minister come out to come spin. We hear Dana Dixon come out to come spin. And equally, we it's 3 of them, Andrew, Dana Dixon, and another one. 3 of them come out, come speak on the matter. And up to now, we haven't heard from the accused, the member for Northeast Manchester, Audrey Marks. And let me tell you something, Jamaica. When you see the United States come out and set the record straight, as bad as they want to portray the United States, we rather believe the US, yes, than what our very own government is trying to tell us. Yes, we rather believe the United States than what our government is trying to tell us. Because after all of this mess came out, we wanted to hear from the minister, Audrey Marks, because remember they accused her, say as she go America go make that deal. Yes? Canadian girl says she will be on Nationwide this morning. Of course she go over Nationwide. She don't have nowhere else to make her voice heard. Certainly, where she should have made her voice heard is in the nation's parliament. You see, she that for sure says she don't respect the people of this country, you know, and the Labour Party. Because something of this national importance They cannot address the parliament or address the nation. They have to go on the station that will spin things. So of course she will be going on nationwide. That is the only place that will lend their voice and give her the voice to put out the misinformation. But Jamaican people are no fool. Not everyone is as dumb as the Jamaica Labour Party. And I'm saying all of that to say this, Jamaica. Now that Audrey Marks come break her silence, yeah? This time, she's saying that the Gleaner, yeah, has caused her to receive several death threats. Let me tell you something in Jamaica. You see, nationwide, this is a you see a long Audrey Marks sit on one side and not come out, come say nothing. Because she knew that there is no justification. Because the United States would have come out and made a statement. And because they know when it comes on to diplomatic relationship, you're not supposed to be saying this out public. In a back and forth, it's going to make Washington look bad. And it's going to make Washington look like them, you know? So, the Jamaican government come out in this manner. Remember, Washington would have already responded. Washington say, we make the proposal to them. I mean, I think Washington would have come out, come lie. You understand? However, Audrey Marks and the Labour Party, after 3 weeks, have decided to break their silence on the matter. And so Jamaica, them sit on one side and them cook up one story. And when I hear Audrey Marks open her mouth and I go say, the Gleaner. Yeah, the Gleaner is the one that broke that story with the diplomatic note and let the country know what was happening. Because remember, they would have hid it from us. We never know. So thank God for the Gleaner. The Gleaner let us know what was happening. And Audrey Marks came out and tell us, yeah, that the Gleaner has caused her to receive several death threats due to the media. Reports linking her to the TCN deal. Once again, Nationwide News Network, yeah, trying to spin a story. Morning, Empress Madge from St. Bartholomew. Big up on yourself, St. Bart's people. Can you imagine? So them go one side and they don't know what to tell the people. So then wait this time now. If you cook up a story and come and make it seems like people and Gleaner they send threats to this woman. This is what Nationwide does. They spin things hoping to create some form of tension from it. But it will not work because the people have come to the realization. Thank you, Auntie Dawn. The people have come to the realization that this government has hid something from us for quite a while now. And thanks to the Gleaner for breaking the story so we know. No amount of damage control can take back the damage that have already been done. The most vile, the most vicious, the most despicable people will be sent here thanks to the member Audrey Marks that went to the United States and make such an agreement between Washington and Kingston. And now that it has been made public before them come to the public, they're trying now to do some form of damage control. The damage has already been done. Huh? And if so be the case, Jamaica, and Audrey Marks is reporting that she get threats and people are create accounts and people are do this and I want to ask the Labour Party this morning, where is the Jamaica Constabulary Force to issue a probe into this matter? And why is it that is Nationwide News Network getting these claims and not the JCF? And then I come out, me see it on them page, say the lady I get death threats linking her to the TCN deal. If she get death threats, why a nationwide a spin and a put it out there? Why is it that the Jamaica Constabulary Force not come make a statement, say yes, we have evidence, we have proof of persons sending death threat to this woman? This is a story them sit down for 3 weeks and cook up and come now with the bull to come tell the people them, but the ass already gone through the gate. My mother said, now them are going to eat the Gleaner. Them did say Gleaner lend PNP money for campaign last year. Me now go look for no conspiracy theory. Everybody know, excuse me, the truth. Yeah? Jim King, are you hearing me, Jim King? I'm not sure if you are hearing, but if you notice, I am on a particular topic. Audrey Mark and the TCN deal. So for you to come over here and tell me, say, I sat this and I sat saying love Juliet, and which part you see I sat show Nikisha Burchell under the bus? Moderator, deal with them kind of people over here for me now, please. I will not be sidetracked. None of you no come over here, come say anything where my party is concerned. Alright? So Jim King, your time expired over here, so when I'm done, I'm going to block you. I've had it. Thank you, moderator. Now, students, let's focus. I cannot understand, yeah, that this woman, Audrey Marks, is going to make such claims. Say people that send threats to her concerning this deal. No police no come out with that, come say it, but nationwide I report it. This is a carefully orchestrated plan, because them realize that the nation is against the government based on this TCN deal. So they don't know what we can tell the people them. So then come now with some cock and bull story trying to make Audrey Mark look like she did something that was good, and them trying to make it throw cold water on what she was trying to do in the US. Yeah? She's saying that she believed that the Gleaner report was written in a manner that omitted key details in order to stir controversy. Here, yeah. She is now trying to play the victim after the damages has already been done. Thank you, League of My Own. But the diplomatic note from Washington was clear. And all of this can be put to rest, Jamaica. All of this can be put to rest if this government come clean to the people and table the MOU. Simply, Simply. Remember that Fitzjackson asked HORACE CHANG in Parliament whether them are going to make the MOU public. And Chang said it is a public document. So if it is a public document, yeah, why is it that they can't table it? You know the reason why they can't table it? Because what Audrey Marks come say is totally different from what HORACE CHANG say, and likewise Dana Morris Dixon. So the three of them would have looked like a complete idiot, which is exactly what is happening. Chang says something different, Andrew says something different, Dana Dixon come say something different in an attempt to protect Audrey Marks. But now Audrey Marks come now, who is the victim, and trying to play the victim when we know the truth. Based on the evidence brought against us, where the US Embassy had to intervene and made a statement. Let me look, because I don't want to tell no lie for nobody over here, So let me look for my evidence, because this is where persons are going to get the truth and the facts over here. Alright, so let me just look and see what United States said. The US diplomatic note. A diplomatic note from the United States Embassy in Kingston, shared with the Gleaner last month in June, stated that Audrey Marks, the former ambassador to the United States and minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for efficiency, innovation and digital transformation, made the proposal for a third country national arrangement that could have Jamaica receive up to 10,000 third country nationals from the US. This is the evidence in front of us in Jamaica. So how is it that the Jamaica Labour Party is going to come out and say otherwise, and allowing state media like Nationwide to spin? You cannot spin the truth. What Horace Chang said is totally different from what Dana Morris Dixon said and from what Andrew Holness said. And here we have the culprit on the screen. Audrey Marks, after 3 weeks, you have been accused of going to Washington to make such a bad deal to take on 10,000 criminals into Jamaica. And for 3 weeks, you sat there and allowed people to spin it and speak for you. And now they have destroyed and damaged your reputation. 3 weeks later, you coming out now to give your side of the story. This not look good, Audrey Mark. Who are we supposed to believe when you, the victim, would have sat there and allowed your government to speak for you? And now, after the horse gone through the gate, you now want to come paint us a story and send a message as if we are to bite? This is what we are going after, what the United States said. And the United States said that you, Audrey Mark, made the proposal for a third country national arrangement that would have Jamaica receive up to 10,000 third country national from the US. That is what the United States diplomatic note says. So how you going to come out, Audrey Mark, and say otherwise? Well, Jamaica, I want you to listen to the claim made by Audrey Mark, and then we are going to get into it. Listen to what Audrey Marks, in her defense, come say. Because them kind of people are some, I don't even know what to refer them as. Listen to what this woman said in her defense. Listen this on CVM.
So let me make 4 points today to connect the dots and clarify the outset. The recent media reports conflating a request from the USA government to facilitate the transit of third country nationals from the USA to their country of origin with a proposal I had made to get skilled workers to Jamaica. My proposal was a structured migration program for Jamaica's economic development.
When the then ambassador to the United States first heard the manifesto of the Trump presidency in July 2024, the now Minister of Efficiency, Innovation and Digital Transformation, Audrey Marks, says she was made aware of factors that suggested a radical shift in America's migration policy, namely the mass deportation of undocumented persons, a development that could have a profound impact on Jamaica if not managed properly.
The third country nationals TCU MOU was leaked before it was finalized. It has not been operationalized, so there are no persons deported to Jamaica apart from Jamaicans. Moreover, importantly, the MOU stipulates that persons with criminal convictions will not be allowed in Jamaica. As soon as the TCN MOU is finalized, as with all other bilateral agreements, there will be a full press briefing and what is finalized will be shared. But we're not there yet.
The former ambassador to the United States makes it clear that the TCN proposal originated entirely from the Trump administration. After 6 months of negotiations, according to the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security and Peace, she says the MOU is still being finalized. However, she also says bringing criminals into Jamaica who are from the US is not an option being considered by the Jamaican government.
So there's not any mass migration to Jamaica. Its full operationalization is not yet complete, so the full information on how it will work is still being worked out. So the constant calls for details of what has not been finalized is not making sense. Very clearly, with all the noise that is going on, what should be known is that it's non-negotiable that Jamaica would be taking criminals into the country. That is not in the MOU.
The voice of Audrey Marks. Let me just tell you what is happening here in Jamaica. The Jamaica Labour Party is clearly, this is not even a conundrum, you know. What we are witnessing here is a clear lack of professionals within the Jamaica Labour Party. How can you send Audrey Marks to America to make a deal on the behalf of the Prime Minister and on the behalf of the Minister of National Security when her portfolio has nothing to do with national security and the safety of this country? Huh? Me not understand Jamaica. The woman say, what she go America go strike deal with is to get skilled workers to come here. But me want to ask Jamaica. Yeah? Me really want to ask Audrey Marks. If so be the case, Audrey. Yeah? If so be the case. These undocumented persons. Yeah? In the US. I want to know if them have papers. Because the country where them left from and walk across oceans to go there. That means they must have a passport. They must have a visa from them country to go there. So I want to ask whether or not them have them papers. Them have them work. Them are skilled persons where you are. Since as you say, it no have nothing to do with no despicable, no criminals, no nothing. These individuals where you say are come here are giving you the benefit of the doubt, you know. Audrey Mag, you say your deal where you sign with them is to bring skilled persons to come here. Alright. Make we be fair and give her the benefit of the doubt. What are the nationalities of these persons, Audrey Mark? No, me want to ask Audrey the nationalities of these skilled persons where she say because of the mass deportation which Trump put in place, she want to capitalize on it, so we want to bring some skilled laborers to Jamaica. We understand that, right? But if you listen to what she say, you know, if you listen carefully, I want to ask if persons outside of the Commonwealth, yeah, must also apply for work permit first before, not true? Under what system are you going to carry them here, Audrey? I want to ask her under what system she are going to use to carry them here. Because we could understand the Commonwealth where persons may not need certain requirements to come here. But based on what this MOU seek to outline, persons from outside of our Commonwealth will be deported. And so I want to ask, what system, under what, remember I give her the benefit of the doubt, you know, like how she say, her proposal was to get skilled workers here and not no 10,000 deportees that are criminals. So we want to ask you, Audrey, what are the nationalities of these persons that you seek to come here? And under what system are you going to carry them here? Because if it is similar to the US H1 visa system, why would you have them? Yeah? Who would have already have them visa to the United States? Why would you have them coming here? It not add up and it not clear. And when you look at what she said, to make it clear, this is her statement, as she continued to deceive the nation. To make it clear, the third country national request originate in the United States. You hear this again? To make it clear, the TCN request originated in the United States. But here we have the United States. I said that a diplomatic note from the U.S. Embassy in Kingston shared with the Gleaner stated that Audrey Marks, the ambassador to U.S., made the proposal for a third country national arrangement that would have Jamaica receive up to 10,000 third country nationals from the United States. So here we have the United States Embassy and make it categorically clear. Say, we Jamaica go up there go make the proposal. So how Audrey Marks are come, after 3 weeks. And I say, just to make it clear, this TCN request was originated in the United States. Jamaica, I am putting it to you this morning. Based on the Jamaica Labour Party and the governance of this country, who would you likely to believe? The current Jamaica Labour Party government or that of Washington? Because we not get no clarity from the Prime Minister. We not understand nothing we come out of Dana Dixon mouth, and we certainly not understand Horace CHANG point that he tried to make in Parliament. But what we do understand clearly is the diplomatic note that the United States Embassy put out. But what we are getting from Jamaica is a set of misconstrued cover-up. Can we ask for the memorandum to be tabled so we can read and understand for ourselves? I don't understand this woman, Kemisha. They continue to misinform and spin. All of this can be avoided, if these people make the MOU tabled in Parliament. But they cannot make it tabled because they know what they would have told us is totally different from what is in that report. And you know what is not going to happen, Jamaica? Them I say one thing, Washington I say one thing. The United States is more professional than us. So don't look to see the United States respond to Jamaica a second time. And Jamaica knows that. This is the reason why you see them come out and I make it seems like say the United States Embassy got it all wrong. But the question I want to ask, pick sense out of nonsense, Jamaica. You think America would have been so stupid if you see something in front of them that clearly say we want to be in an agreement to bring skilled workers to Jamaica and make a mistake and say we want to bring 10,000 third country national deportees? It is a proposal. Me not think United States would have been so wicked if you see a distinct difference and choose the latter. No, according to the Labour Party and according to Audrey Marks and according to them, they want to make it seem as though America make a mistake and construed the two incidents. But how can America make such a mistake? And conflate two different matters. America said that we make the proposal to accept the 10,000 deportees. And Audrey Marks is saying that her proposal had nothing to do with that. It have to do with bringing skilled workers to Jamaica. Me not understand how America could have made such a mistake. The embassy at that, who has a track record of verifying people, document and information, I don't get it. Me not understand. And if America would have made a mistake, according to the Jamaica Labour Party and Audrey Marks, you guys would have signed a memorandum of understanding. So if America make a mistake and you sign to it, then no, sister, you know what's the America, Jamaica. No, make we stoop to the level, look, since everybody are idiot. Make we stoop down to the idiotic level the Labour Party has brought this country to. If America made a mistake, and that mistake is in a memorandum of understanding, and you as the Jamaican government sign that MOU, and for some reason it get leaked before Uno put it to the public, what does that say about the government of this country? Huh? In Escobar, a CM, so they could have signed with the people them life in the country for true. According to, make us see if I can make you hear what this woman have to say, you know, because I don't want to tell no lie and them and make it look further bad, you know. I don't want she look worse than how she's looking this morning, you know. So I want you guys to clearly listen once again to Audrey Marks in her entirety, in her defense and explanation, and then we are going to break it down even further. You will listen to this. I think this one comes from TVJ. Listen to this woman once again.
Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Ambassador Audrey Marks, has broken her silence on the controversial third country national proposal. Speaking at the National Corporate Consultation on Workforce Alignment and Jamaica's Economic Competitiveness at the Institute for Workforce Education and Development, she suggested there are efforts to damage her reputation.
It's the first time the Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Ambassador Audrey Marks, has spoken publicly on the TCN matter after the leaked diplomatic note. On the 10,000 figure,
we are not crazy. Certainly, I am not mad. I will not go to the United States to do any proposal for taking in 10,000 criminals. And what bothers me is that somehow this seems to have gained traction.
She says at first that she thought there was a genuine conflation of the TCN Memorandum of Understanding with a...
You hear what the woman say? The woman says she no crazy and she no mad. So if you no crazy and you no mad, Audrey Marks, are you proposing that the United States Embassy is crazy and mad? No, if you no crazy, you know, and you no mad, then that means that you are casting aspersions on the United States Embassy. Say are them crazy and are them mad. Help me make it make sense, Jamaica.
Another proposal she developed in March 2025 when she was Jamaica's ambassador to recruit skilled workers. But then,
when the sequence of documents became clearer, it was evident that the public had been left with a deliberate, incomplete and misleading picture. It was evident that there was an attempt to do some character assassination. And it is important to note that the person who leaked the information about MOU being signed in the public domain had access to the MOU itself and could have released the MOU.
You hear that? The person. The person. You hear what she said? The person, you know. And she went on further to say that the person have the MOU and could also put out the MOU as well. So that means Audrey know who would have given the information to the gleaner. Huh? She said the person, you know. So she knew who have access to the, and she went on to say that the person also have the MOU as well. The person. He gets worse.
That would have debunked some of these allegations. There also had other documents, including the proposal that I had made and that showed how a structured work program would work and how the numbers could be increased. None of those documents were released in the public domain. So this was, again, a deliberate effort to confuse and to cause panic in the country. We need to understand the difference between scrutiny and character assassination. There's a difference between questioning a policy and manufacturing a false personal allegation. And when persons go online to threaten, defame, or allege that a foreign government is bribing a sitting member of the government, they are no longer engaged in ordinary political commentary. commentary. So when persons use private accounts or private channels to coordinate public harm, to spread allegations with no evidence, no basis, and no truth, they must understand that they will be held accountable.
Cameron White, TVJ News.
Jamaica people no sit down good. No sit down good. Because AUDREY Marks say there will be repercussions for persons with them channel for putting out information that is damaging and destroying. So me want to ask, what we are do wrong per social media? Eh? What the bloggers them a do? What TVJ, what CVM have done wrong? Other than put out a diplomatic... Let me ask you something. Well, me can't talk for nobody else, but me can certainly talk for myself. What me over here said they do wrong? No, the diplomatic note when the United States Embassy put out me a talk about. So how AUDREY Marks has say people create them channel and create them page and I put out the... No, me never hear that part there, you know, me have to listen it one more time because this woman you come out now, come further sing for herself and our government. Me want to listen it one more time again because me no believe what come out of this woman mouth. What you say?
Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Ambassador AUDREY Marks, has broken her silence on the controversial third country national proposal. Speaking at the National Corporate Consultation on Workforce Alignment and Jamaica's Economic Competitiveness at the Institute for Workforce Education and Development, she suggested there are efforts to damage her reputation.
It's the first time the minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Ambassador AUDREY Marks, has spoken publicly on the TCN matter after the leaked diplomatic note. On the 10,000 figure.
We are not crazy. Certainly, I am not mad. I will not go to the United States to do any proposal for taking in 10,000 criminals. And what bothers me is that somehow this seems to have gained traction.
She says at first she thought there was a genuine conflation of the TCN Memorandum of Understanding with another proposal she developed in March 2025 when she was Jamaica's ambassador to recruit skilled workers. But then,
when the sequence of documents became clearer, it was evident that the public had been left with a deliberate, incomplete, and misleading picture. It was evident that there was an attempt to do some character assassination. And it is important to note that the person who leaked the information about MOU being signed in the public domain had access to the MOU itself and could have released the MOU that would have debunked some of these allegations. They also had other documents, including the proposal that I had made and that showed how a structured work program would work and how the numbers could be increased. None of those documents were released in the public domain. So this was again a deliberate effort to confuse and to cause panic in the country. We need to understand the difference between scrutiny and character assassination. There's a difference between questioning a policy and manufacturing a false personal allegation. And when persons go online to threaten, defame, or allege that a foreign government is bribing a sitting member of the government, they are no longer engaged in ordinary political commentary. So when persons use private accounts or private channels to coordinate public harm, to spread allegations with no evidence, no basis, and no truth, they must understand that they will be held accountable.
Cameron White, TVJ News.
When persons use private channels and private domain to put out things that are inaccurate and have no proof and have no basis, they will be held accountable. So, but Miss Marks, with all due respect, what more proof you want than the United States Embassy proof we say you approach them with this TCN deal? What more proof? What make you not call the person name? I wonder if the person you refer to is the US Embassy. Because you said the person also have the MOU. So that means Washington, who is acting on the behalf, yeah, of Kingston in this case, the U.S. Embassy. I wonder if at the U.S. Embassy in Kingston you are referred to as the person. The person also have access to the MOU and they could have released the MOU, but they choose to release only that part about the TCN 10,000. I wonder if America and the U.S. Embassy she are referred to as the person. But Audrey, no, Jamaica, me can't understand this woman here. It's sometimes you see Jamaica, it is best we keep our mouth closed on certain matters, you know. Because you see, she has sat there for 3 weeks, not a word from her. And somebody wrote a speech and give it to her, and she carry it go away name Terranova, go make one big speech, and you see now, Audrey Marks has now put her own foot in her mouth. Audrey Marks, you said that Jamaica was approached on the 2nd of January to consider facilitating third country nationals being removed from the United States. But me not think America would have been so wicked. If you see Jamaica no light, we no electric. Remember the 2nd of January, you know, the amount of people we still in a darkness in Jamaica. Why would the United States come a day after the New Year's and come tell the Jamaican government make them a proposal? And no care how America wicked could have never see we now with dial trials down here. And I put forth them at the 2nd of January 2026. But based on the diplomatic note, Audrey, America is saying, yeah? Say, are you when you come America? No, last year you come America. Wasn't it last year? 2025. She got to the United States and had a sit down with them. America say when you come over there. So how you are going to say is the 2nd of January this year 2026. America have them things more structured and organized than you, Audrey. How you mean that since the 2nd of January America approached Jamaica with the TCN deal? What make America would see Jamaica they recover from one hurricane a day after New Year's Day and put them at trial and destruction to them if you take on 10,000 deportee? Audrey Marks, you think now add up, you know, miss? You think now add up? You think now add up, Audrey Marks? This don't look good at all. And it better you did stay quiet and make the spin doctor them with the doctoral degree handle the situation. This is not looking good, Jamaica. This not look good. And here what she come out now come say, asking for sympathy, you know, with an estimated 8.5 million undocumented skilled workers who were likely not to receive residency under the new migrant policies. There was an opportunity for Jamaica to attract persons with skills in technology, infrastructure, and services, and the emerging digital and AI economy, she said. So what this is saying, Jamaica, is that over 8.5 million undocumented skilled workers are in the United States. And because Trump said I'm going to pitch them out of the US and send them back to their country, she realized that you have skilled workers among those 8.5 million. So she went to America, go pitch her idea, yeah? And it is that idea where she pitched them a use for say, but Jamaica no care how America mad, then couldn't confuse the two. There's a difference between skilled workers and 10,000 deportee nationals. No, Jamaica, me not think the US Embassy could have made such a mistake. Me not think say America would have been so careless. The idea was to create a pathway for skilled workers to come to Jamaica, similar in principle to the US H-1 visa, where skill specialized in the US used to be very welcome. Me no understand that statement. Me never hear nobody say very welcomed before. That woman you know, me no know. Very welcomed not supposed to use in our sentence, none at all. Me not think nobody speak in that manner if we say very welcomed. I don't know, but there is something wrong with what Audrey Marks is trying to portray. It's not adding up to this moment, 3 weeks later.
That is funny, honey.
The idea was to create a pathway for skilled workers to come to Jamaica, similar in principle to the US H1 visa, where specialized skills in the US used to be very welcomed. Me not get what she say, yes, so at all. It no make no sense. But Jamaica, look into this, cause me not think me so fool. Remember, you know, America is the greatest country in the world.
Honey.
Yeah?
That's funny.
America have people from all over the world, every single country in the world. You have a national in the US. Remember now, Jamaica as an independent country, we are still a part of the Commonwealth. So me can take myself and go Canada and I'm being protected. Me can take myself and go England, I will be protected. Me can take myself and go any of the former British colonies, them in the Caribbean, St. Kitts, Antigua, Trinidad, wherever. Me can take up myself and go down to Australia, New Zealand, because all of these countries are former British colonies. We are a part of the Commonwealth still. So I can understand that, right? But me want to ask Audrey Marks, individuals from around the world who have them visa destined for the US over there in America, seek whatever asylum, right? They are undocumented. Trump want to send them back, but them have their visa and like them enter illegal. Some enter illegal, me understand, say some cross the border. But you have some, let's say Philippines, Nigeria, wherever they come from, a plane they come from, you know, that means they had to have a visa to go there. But for whatever reason, they would have forfeited them visa and decided that they want asylum. Time catch up on them and they are now becoming an undocumented immigrant. Trump want to send them back. So I want to ask Audrey Mark, the skilled workers them that you proposed according to you, what are their nationalities? Because you can't take nobody from Philippines come to Jamaica. They are not a part of the Commonwealth. So I want to know what agreement, what kind of work permit, what kind of system you are going to use to bring them come here. The 10,000 national where you claim say that was your agreement and proposal. What are the nationalities of these persons? Because anybody a conflate and a try to trick the public here is this government. Because I don't think the United States would make such a mistake to can't differentiate between skilled workers and deportees. And don't look to see the US respond, you know. Because the United States will not throw themselves in a position to look incompetent like how the Jamaica Labour Party and this government have made themselves look so incompetent. Eh? How about this? Why not publicize the MOU so we can see the terms and agreement? We can read, and according to Audrey Mark, the person have access to the MOU and them only put out a diplomatic note where she made a proposal to welcome 10,000 deportees. Them only put out that part. Who is this person, Audrey Mark? And if this person have the MOU and you say they could have put it out, that means it is a public document in the hands of others. So since you are asked the person to publish it, why you don't publish it? Why you don't tell your cabinet members? Why you don't tell your government to publicize it? I don't get what this government is doing, brat. Help me make it make sense. You just talk out of your mouth. Say this person, quote unquote, you never call no name. You say this person have access to the MOU. They chose to put out a section of the diplomatic note. Yeah? And this person could have put out the entire MOU. So if you are saying this, Why not doing it? Huh? If you are proclaiming this, that this person, quote unquote, could have put out the MOU, that means it is a public document. It is in the hands of others that you are aware of. So why you who you want to send to prison, Audrey? Why you want to force somebody to put themselves in a trouble, to put something out there and it has not yet been tabled in Parliament? Huh? But this is how this government treats matters of national concern. We have seen it with the Integrity Commission report. Whenever things sent to the Parliament, they don't want to table it. There is a reason why they are refusing to table this MOU, because what they told the country would be totally different from what is written in that MOU. Nobody are no idiot. Nobody over here are no idiot. And that is the reason why Ron Mouchette come out and class the Jamaica Labour Party. Nobody are no idiot. If anybody at the Labour Party, nobody, are no idiot. Not everyone is as dumb. And I'm making that very clear. That's why Ron Mouchette come out and I bring on a down. Listen to what Ron say.
The United States, according to Marco Rubio, little Marco, he's sending out the most despicable pedophiles. The people that America don't want. They want to dump these people somewhere.
We want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border.
And according to the Jamaican government, we're getting the best of them. We're not getting the worst. We're getting the... Hey, where does people come from, Rasta?
Why are you bringing to Jamaica the most despicable, pedophiles, and dangerous people that you have brought?
Turn off the mic. You heard what you said? Why is the government of Jamaica choosing to bring Rubio's pedophile and despicable people? That is the position of the People's National Party.
No, Jamaica. We hear the man say, we're looking somewhere to send the most despicable, like pedophiles, like the most despicable, like the scum of the earth. We're looking somewhere to dump them. And we're looking for countries to take them. Next thing we hear is our country will be taking them. When we say, hold if you take them, then our country's leaders say, shut up, man. You're blowing this out of proportion. We're getting the best people. Like the best people that America wants to get, those are the ones that we're going to get. And why did you say that, Mr. Prime Minister? Why did you say that, Minister of Security? I thought we're getting the worst. We're getting the best ones. The productive ones. Wow!
We've been living on the cloud ever since I've been shaking around.
What a shame and disgrace upon the land. No, Jamaica, this is a serious matter, you know. You hear the United States say they are going to be getting rid of the most violent, vicious, and despicable persons, pedophile, rapists, the most despicable 10,000 undocumented immigrants. America is going to get rid of them. And Jamaica is going to twist that and say, no. We are going to receive the best of the best. These are skilled workers. But we hear it from the Washington themselves. How AUDREY Marks are going to turn this around and say, oh, it's the best. They are skilled workers. But United States tell we say it is 10,000 of the most despicable, pedophile, rapists. They are seeking to get rid of the most despicable. And the government of Jamaica is going to twist that and said, no criminals will be coming here. So let me ask you something. I know the United States said 10,000 of the most despicable they will be trying to get rid of. Who are no rapist, a pedophile, who are no pedophile, a scammer, one a scammer, a murderer, one a murderer, a thief. The most despicable is endless, you know. There's no stipulation or full stop to despicable. Despicable human beings go on and on and on. If you are a thief, you are despicable. If you are a murderer, you are despicable. If you are a rapist, you are despicable. The man said 10,000 of the most despicable human beings they are seeking to get rid of from the United States. And somewhere within that 10,000 despicable, Jamaica will be finding the best of the best. And class them as skilled workers. I want to ask you, under what system you are going to bring them come here? Because you will have to go against the entire system to bring third country nationals here. Majority, I am sure of, are not a part of the Commonwealth. So how that I go work out, Audrey? How you go work it out? How is it that you're going to work it out, Audrey Marks? 10,000 of the most despicable will be coming here. So America, they get rid of the most despicable. And Jamaica say they are the best of the best. So the most despicable of the United States is considered the best in Jamaican terms. Now make I sit down good. Make I sit down good, Jamaica. The most despicable, according to the United States, Jamaica consider them as the best of the best. No, I didn't hear well at all. Morning, Howard. No, I didn't hear well at all. Let me hear one mushette one more time, because I didn't hear well at all. Let me listen one mushette again.
The United States, according to Marco Rubio, he's sending out the most despicable pedophiles. The people that America don't want. They want to dump these people somewhere.
We want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? The further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border.
And according to the Jamaican government, we're getting the best of them. We're not getting the worst. We're getting the best. Hey, where do people come from, Rasta?
Why are you bringing to Jamaica the most despicable, pedophiles, and dangerous people that you abroad?
Turn off the mic. You heard what you said? Why is the government of Jamaica choosing to bring Rubio's pedophile and despicable people? That is the position of the People's National Party.
No, Jamaica. We hear the man say, we're looking somewhere to send the most despicable, like pedophiles, like the most despicable, like the scum of the earth. We're looking somewhere to dump them. And we're looking for countries to take them. Next thing we hear is our country will be taking them. When we say, hold if you take them, then our country's leaders say, shut up, man. You're blowing this out of proportion. We're getting the best people. Like the best people that America wants to get, those are the ones that we're going to get. And why did you say that, Mr. Prime Minister? Why did you say that, Minister of Security? I thought we're getting the worst. We're getting the best ones. The productive ones. Wow!
We are getting the best ones. So of that 10,000 that America is seeking to get rid of, the most violent, vicious, and despicable pedophiles and rapists, according to Marco Rubio. Somewhere within those violent, vicious, and despicable, Jamaica will be getting the best. So the most violent, vicious, and despicable that America is getting rid of, Jamaica consider them the best of the best. Somebody help me also, please. Somebody please to help me. Here so please. No, me ask somebody to help me right here so to understand. The most violent, vicious, despicable, rapist and pedophile America is getting rid of. And Jamaica is saying that these are the best of the best. So the most violent, vicious, and despicable are Jamaica's best? Is that what they are saying? Hold on the people. Me not understand. I have 300 persons over here. Eh? I'm gonna reach 100,000 yet? No, sir, me have to go take a break right here, so Jamaica. I don't go on better. Tap up the screen. No, sir, I'm not too comfortable. Them a good class here. Tap up the screen, people. Me can't come back. Me not coming back over here until me have 100,000 tap.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a brother Bolo Fianar, and we're here on BOLO TBV. Thank you guys for your continued support. Please remember to hit the like button if you haven't already. Share the live with at least 5 persons. Help me to get to 50k subs. We're trying to grow this channel massively, ladies and gentlemen. Sky's the limit. Of course, I want to remind you guys that Dre Bryan will be launching his YouTube channel soon. So there it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. He is not yet on YouTube. Well, he is. There's a channel there, but he hasn't done any work over there, right? So I am streaming from his TikTok. His TikTok name is the same name, right? It's the same name, Dre Bryan. All right, so subscribe to Dre Bryan. Also remember the super chat is now available, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, as you can see, you can send gifts. You can also become a member of the platform. Figuring some things out. God is good, God is good. And of course, we in this space. Alright, my people. So like, share, and subscribe, alright? Yeah, man.
Long years and look how Jamaica stay. No like people are suffer while Andrew live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come true and let the people be. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them build 10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and let the people be. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them build high rise, road still full of wood. House pocket to a field, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse. Pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in a politics we ever see. Wholeness, time to go. Time to go. The people we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know you're us. We are not on the door. Wholeness, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired afford to plan, food price reach the sky. You bring in the poverty while you we born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan, but 10 years later we still can't understand. Corruption report London, nobody charge. The people pocket small, but the scandal them large. Who's crack up parish council, bro? Country, so the smoke. And when we raise we voice up call, we political, but the truth is the truth, and the truth is biblical. Police, time to go. The people, them say no. We say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us.
Thousand taps, no man. Yes, man. Make the class look good. How that, Brian? Big up yourself, Brian Blake. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, sir. Big up yourself, Brian. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your jail cabinet full, but the people copy empty. Oh, you live so large when we live in so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice. Them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate. Jamaica speaking and I know too late. Time to go. The people, we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us. We are not by the door. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Wholeness and time to go. This one is for every Jamaican.
BTS out.
Corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
Don't ever believe that a politician is a leader. Don't ever believe that. Because the system that we have produces politicians. It doesn't produce leaders. And so you can have a politician who knows nothing about leadership and he's leading you. Politicians are concerned about the next election. That's all they're interested in. That's why they cannot be leaders. But leaders are different. Leaders are concerned about the next generation. I want you to compare those two thoughts the next time you have a politician come to your house wanting to vie for your vote. Just ask him, what is your vision for my children? I will sit and listen for 20 minutes for you to tell me what it is. He will leave your house. Because he has no interest in your children's children. His concern is to stay in power, to keep the position, to win the next election. This is why they cannot lead. When you are going to have a conversation with a politician, you should actually try this as a test. You, by the way, as a citizen of a community, you have a right to be seen by the mayor. I hope you know that. If you voted for a mayor, it works for you. Therefore, you have a right to see him. You can make an appointment to see any public officer you voted for. Did you know that? That's your legal right. If he don't want to see you, you can take him to court. That's democracy. So I want you to make an appointment to go and see your mayor or go and see your governor and just sit and say, I want 30 minutes with you, sir. And ask him about that list right there. And sir, what is your purpose for being in leadership in this city? What is your purpose? The first question will make him very nervous. What is your passion for our community? He'll be wondering what you're talking about. What are you talking about? I just want to build roads and bridges and provide jobs. No. What is your passion? And this is why we need to question the leaders we have. And so I have what call it politics versus leadership. Let's talk about it for a second. Number one, politicians focus on programs, not vision. Number two, politicians priority is securing the next election, not securing the next generation. Their focus is different. Number three, politicians are preoccupied with purpose, not purpose. What we need is statesmen. Statesmen. We don't need more politicians. A statesman is an interesting human. A statesman think of the next generation.
Jamaica, you see, the new breed of politician them where Marissa Dalrymple scared of is these people. That's how my baby, what's up? March, big up yourself. The new breed of politician them where Dalrymple afraid of. They are not politicians, they are statesmen and stateswomen. They care about the next generation. And so, they are going to defend it to the end. You understand? They are going to defend it to the end. And after J. Brian show done, there are some things I want to share. You know? So, people stick around the scene. Don't move a muscle.
That a diplomatic note, something that is vetted and verified and scrutinized, you are in a dialogue and you just come to the and sign. You have access to go through and agree and to disagree and go back to the drawing board and to return and to put back and to take away. And you would have signed a diplomatic note. Yeah? Where whoever you're signing agreement with made it absolutely clear that they are having issues with over 10,000 undocumented nationals, and the US are seeking to deport them to countries. They could have sent them to Mexico, they could have sent them up to Canada, but they choose to send them off the mainland of the Americas. Hence the reason why they are sending them to countries like Jamaica, because you know we're surrounded by water, so they can't come back across the borders. Even so, Jamaica. And let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But I cannot understand, how is it that the Jamaican government, the Labour Party, is going to let it seem or tell you and I that the agreement signed has nothing to do with individuals that the United States are deemed unfit, not proper, the most violent, vicious. They went further to say that these persons are pedophiles and rapists. The most despicable Jamaica, which means say you know limited to murderer, criminal, scammer, thief. Despicable is a term that will be used to group anything that is bad, you know. Marco Rubio said out of his own mouth that they are currently in dialogue with nations to get rid of the most despicable from their country. And somewhere within the most despicable, Jamaica will be finding the best of the best and deem them skilled workers. On the face of the country, an explanation. Audrey Marks come out and tell us that in her defense, an individual would have leaked the diplomatic note and omit, which means them leave out the part where say a skilled workers are come here. But Jamaica, nobody is stupid. Certainly I am not, And I don't think Washington is equally stupid as Kingston. Under no circumstances Washington could make such a mistake and confuse skilled workers to deportees. These deportees are the most violent, vicious, and despicable, pedophiles included, according to Marco Rubio. So how the Jamaica Labour Party, when I know Andrew HOLNESS, Adina DIXON, when I know Adina DIXON and HORACE CHANG, after 3 weeks, we sat and we wait to hear from the culprit herself, and she's going to come out today and justify that somebody, is seeking to destroy her reputation. Huh? Audrey, are you referring to the U.S. Embassy as that person trying to destroy and character assassinate your character? That is what come out of your mouth, the person. Who are you referring to as the person who leaked the diplomatic note? We all know that the diplomatic note that was leaked or given to a media house, it categorically stated, see it in front of you, a diplomatic note from the United States Embassy in Kingston shared it with the Gleaner. So you are saying the person, which means that you are referring to the U.S. Embassy. Are you saying that the U.S. Embassy, AUDREY Mark, is trying to assassinate your character? No, me want you tell me the lie that the United States Embassy have told on you. Because they must say you make the proposal for such a bad agreement. How is it that you are going to come out? Make us see if I can find it. How is it that you are going to come out and say that is the United States? See it here, to make it clear, the third country national request originated in the United States. Huh? I noticed that there were all kinds of suggestions that I, AUDREY Mark, originated a third country national. Now, I'm good at some things, but I'm not that good that I could dictate US policy, she said. She said the US has already entered into TCN deportation agreement with over 27 countries and has ongoing negotiations with at least 54 others. Mark said that Jamaica was approached on the 2nd of January 2026 to also consider facilitating third country nationals being removed from the United States. I don't think the United States could be so wicked for no say Jamaica in a then trial and tribulation in a January, the 2nd day of January, after a category 5 hurricane, we come and tell we say if we take on 10,000 nationals from the US, the most violent, vicious and despicable. I don't know how them people take these people in this country for, Me can't stop play it, Jamaica. I really cannot stop play what Ron Mouchette really say. Ron Mouchette made it absolutely clear. I fool them people that take Jamaicans for, Ron Mouchette would have made it absolutely clear.
The United States, according to Marco Rubio, little Marco, he's sending out the most despicable pedophiles. The people that America don't want. They want to dump these people somewhere.
We want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border.
And according to the Jamaican government, we're getting the best of them. We're not getting the worst. We're getting the Hey, where do people come from, Master?
Why are you bringing to Jamaica the most despicable, pedophiles, and dangerous people that you have brought?
I turn off the mic. You heard what you said? Why is the government of Jamaica choosing to bring Rubio's pedophile and despicable people. That is the position of the People's National Party.
No, Jamaica. We hear the man say, we're looking somewhere to send the most despicable, like pedophiles, like the most despicable, like the scum of the earth. We're looking somewhere to dump them. And we're looking for countries to take them. The next thing we hear is our country will be taking them. When we say, how do you take them? Then our country's leaders say, shut up, man. You're blowing this out of proportion. We're getting the best people. Like the best people that America wants to get, those are the ones that we're going to get. And why did you say that, Mr. Prime Minister? Why didn't you say that, Minister of Security? I thought we're getting the worst. We're getting the best ones. The productive ones.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine Jamaica? This is where we're at. All of this could have been avoided, if we had a responsible government to come out and tell the nation the truth. But they hide it from the people, and when the media house get access, they are now trying to spin. No amount of spinning can take away what is already planted in the minds. And we have all reasons to believe the gleaner. Despite when we try to condemn the gleaner, we say thank God for the gleaner for letting us know what is happening. And we have all confidence in the United States Embassy because the track record for the US Embassy have been tested and proven. So far, there is no comparison between the Jamaican government and the United States Embassy. So we will rather believe the US Embassy concerning this matter. Jamaica, it is now 12 noon. And I want to hear your take. So I'm going to open the phone lines and let us speak further. But I have one more thing to clear up before we open up the phone lines. Are you aware, Jamaica, that... Let me see if I could find them. Are you aware that the church, the ministers, they come out and made it absolutely clear that the member for South Central, St. Catherine, Andrew Wheatley must step aside? Yes, man, the church come out, and also the private sector. But before we go to the private sector, I want you to listen to what the pastors, what the ministers of the clergy have to say about Andrew Wheatley and Andrew HOLNESS. Listen to what the church have to say, Jamaica. Listen to this.
If he is truly contrary for what he said, right? He needs to really, no man should even ask him to do it. He should just do it by himself. But the Prime Minister has a responsibility to take action, if that is true. If he is truly contrary for what he said, right? He needs to really no man should even ask him to do it. He should just do it by himself. But the Prime Minister has a responsibility to take action, if that is true.
So the church came out and the church is saying nobody is supposed to ask Andrew Wheatley to step aside, but the Prime Minister have a duty to act. And if the Prime Minister don't act, what do you expect the followers to do? We're in a very dark time in this country, We're in a very dark time in this country. But when it comes on to the church, I saw where Desmond Mackenzie have awarded the church with another $50 million. So it seems as when you see them get how much the last time, the 75, Desmond give the church $75 million, you know. And I saw somewhere where they might get $50 more million. So that means that so far the church received $125 million. Yeah? While there are so many persons still living without a roof. Still homeless. But this is a strategy that the government is using because they know that the church have influence over the people that visit them church. Why is it that this government is using the church to carry out their deeds? So they get $75 million a couple months ago. There was an outcry. Even Warmington come out and say he not believe. Say the church should have gotten. The church have been operating as a state by itself. They not paying on taxes. Huh? But yet still, taxpayers' money have been turned over. I don't understand what is happening in this country, you know. How is it possible, Jamaica? Listen, remember I said the whole of we are Christian, you know, we got church, we believe in our Jesus Christ. So, you know, nobody feel like say we are bash the church. We're just trying to create a scenario where the public can decide what is happening here. How can you, give to the church $125 million to an institution that is not paying taxes, and those of us who are paying taxes are not getting the help that they deserve? I don't understand it. The church no pay tax, but yet still, my money, your tax dollars is being handed over to the church. They got $75 million 3 months ago, and Desmond have procured another $50 million to hand over to the church. How is that possible? This is a strategy, Jamaica, so that the pastors can tell them congregation who to support, because this government would have put on back the church roof. So let me ask you something, pastors. With all of the church rally them want to keep, with all of the funeral want to keep, and the family have to pay you, the pastor, for church that funeral, with all of the nightly service them and all of the Sunday service and offering a collect, you want to tell me say you no put a system in place so that you can have an accountant where pay the church bill and still put aside some money for rainy day, like now when the rooftop gone? Why is it that tax?
Let me make it clear that the views and opinions of Jerry Bryan regarding the church is not necessarily that of my own. I can't tell you my views. You see the church, they must sell out. We distinguish them different from the real church. The church, they must sell out, you don't know how to sell. We're not going to get judged anyway. Church is important to the community. And I believe that not only should the government support the church that's doing the real work of Jesus Christ, of God, but also we, the citizens of Jamaica, should support the church, regardless if they pay tax or not. I don't care about that. We are saying, well, I am saying, they should make sure that they take care of the people that pay them taxes. Everybody should be taken care of, and they can do it. There's enough money to do it. The $100 million what they give the church, that's a drop in the bucket. Remember, some of them have $1.44 billion. Where them not sort out all now. I know them they use it to the people. and them have other money different. Yeah, so I thought I would just say that. Let's continue.
For an institution such as the church that does not pay taxes, yeah, to be getting $125 million from the state, from taxpayers, when you have schools out there still functioning without a roof over children's head, yeah, and yet still taxpayers' money are being sent to the church, an institution that don't pay taxes. No one asks you if them something you know bother you know. Eh? Them something you know bother you know. That is it, Cat Jam. It is a method that the Labour Party is using so as to prey on the most vulnerable, the church people them, so that the pastors them we can easily mislead their congregation. And I will say it, I've said it before and I will say it again. Yeah? People must obey them pastor, you know. But at the same time, I know no pastor I pray to when you no go to church. Nobody say no fit disrespect or rude to no pastor. But a God Almighty you now serve, not the pastors. And this is a method, once again, that the Jamaica Labour Party is using to get votes. It is.
I am fully aware, Rena, that the Jamaica Labour Party is using the church to get votes, not only votes, but to push certain programs, like the needs and them something there. All of the government program them when they have, yeah man, they want to make sure so they have them locked down. I'm fully aware of that. But everything that I said before, I stand on it.
The Prime Minister of the country, who ought to act and intervene, has been totally silent on this matter. And this man continues to show up to the Parliament. Unbelievable. Well, so too, the church came out and asked for his resignation. I think equally the private sector finally came out and also spoke. I wanted to listen to what the private sector also have to say. Listen to this, Jamaica. The private sector.
The private sector is adding its voice to the national debate surrounding the Integrity Commission's findings against the minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Wheatley. In a statement Thursday, the private sector organization of Jamaica said it remains committed to the highest standards of governance, transparency, accountability, and integrity in both the public and private sectors.
The issues raised by the Integrity Commission are understandably matters of significant public interest. We respect the role of the Commission and the legal and constitutional processes that must now take their course, including the very important principle that every individual is presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Noting that while all individuals are entitled to the presumption of innocence, Mr. Hilton says the nature of the allegations and the sensitivity of cabinet responsibilities require careful consideration. As a result, it is calling on Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and Dr. Wheatley to give serious consideration to his ministerial duties.
Given the responsibilities entrusted to members of the cabinet, we believe it is appropriate for the Prime Minister and Dr. Wheatley to give serious consideration to whether it would be in the best interest of the country for him to step aside from his ministerial duties until this matter is fully resolved. Our concern is not about prejudging the outcome, but it is about preserving public confidence in our institutions and reinforcing Jamaica's commitment to good governance.
In the meantime, the JCC, in a statement on Thursday, expressed concern about the length of time some high-profile matters have taken to be concluded. President of the JCC, Emil Leiber, says the organization has put forward a recommendation that a division of the Supreme Court be dedicated to addressing corruption-related charges.
When they are dedicated court resources to the commercial division of the court, you can then advance matters more quickly. So one of the current difficulties that we have, and we see somewhat anecdotally based on media reports, is that when matters are put off, sometimes they take a long time to come back with.
The JCC further warned that prolonged delays in resolving serious allegations can erode public confidence in the country's accountability framework. The chamber is now calling for a review of the existing system to ensure cases are dealt with fairly and transparently. Hakeem Art for CVM News.
Will you hear that? Now, what does this say about the Prime Minister and the leader of this country? What does this say about the leader of the Labour Party? Well, under me head boy want come up. Just a second, the people make we add Howard. Jump up the little Howard. Come register your point quickly. Yes, Howard, go ahead.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Yes.
The Prime Minister is so deep in corruptions that the United States have on him. Either you face extradition or you do what they say. He had no choice. Not Michael Manley, who stood up in the 70s against the United States. Give me a minute. Go ahead. Copy. I'm sorry about that. Not Michael Mann, who stood up against the United States and said we will not war on our knee. The Prime Minister is so tainted that he fired weekly. Trust me, Joey, the entire government is going to collapse. Because presently, half of the 12 in the cabinet is under investigation. And if you touch me, the victim will say, walk to Montague.
What can go?
Because the truth is, if we been lied to the Prime Minister said in an investigation, he must be fired.
Yes.
If the Prime Minister knows the intention of it, no. But weekly is an investigation and you are pointing to the cabinet. He also have to step aside. Because we can't really say we have a Westminster system and we are not modeling the Westminster system. In the past 2 years, the UK has changed 6 Prime Ministers. What kind of country are we running? And if you look at it, they have no choice. So either you take the people there, or you face extradition because they have tainted so much and embroiled in corruption. From once they use the United States currency, and you can't come up with that proof where you get it. They have a right for the team because you put the currency into disrepute. And the government have found itself in the wrong and the hard places. He's corrupt, he's compromised, he's tainted. And if you listen carefully as to what this man.
Again, this is live, ladies and gentlemen. The views and opinions of the guest of Dre Brand is not necessarily that of the platform. What can go so? Man call to name them, I wonder. How him know that? Do you guys know that there's 2 new reports and rulings that has been sent to the office, House of Representatives? So make we see if they now go table them to the Parliament again. Make we see if they now go table them plus the annual report.
They try to compromise it. And why they couldn't be able to cover up the case? Because it capture and CCTV. There's trade unions. Listen to the speeches, man. Instead of the JCC come out and call out the government that says step aside. You are innocent that they prove guilty, but in terms of good governance and transparency, it will look good. Look at it, Dre. Okay, weekly, we are part of the executive making decision, and on top of that, going into parliament and passing law, and you yourself a criminal. It never good. Oh, that look good now. You said the youth will retire going to get 50 years, and you sign a vote back, and you yourself are saying, "Go on your teeth." Tell me if it look good.
What can go?
So the government is compromised, and if you notice, nobody take on the United States and say it's fake news. They're trying to spin the narrative, and the first thing out of it is always Trump catching a lie left, right, and center. This moment he says a negotiated agreement, and the next moment he said a Jamaican the terms. And the next moment he said, we don't get a criminal. And the next moment he said, we're going to get 25 every 2 weeks. Let me do the maths now. I am very good at maths, I don't need a calculator. 25 every 2 weeks. So you're looking at 50 and 100.
Yes.
How much a year? 600. 10 times 600, that's 6,000. Mark, forget the 6,000, it takes 10 years of that one always Chang said for it to 6,000.
Exactly.
Right? After 10,000, after 6,000, that are another 5, so reach at 9,000, so reach at 15 years to reach 9,000. So you're looking at 16 to 17 years to get to 10,000. That makes sense to me.
No, make no sense to me.
If you are to accept 10,000 based on what he's saying, you have to get 25 every 2 weeks, and it will take us 16 years. But let me tell you what happened. Education is critical.
Yes.
Look at this government, what he has done is pretty much the most vulnerable. Because nobody is vulnerable and vulnerable like church people. Tell you to sell out one way you have and bring it come and you get tenfold. And people did. Sell out one way you have the flood that come and come in the arm. Everybody is over safe. And they did. Cut one another person, kill one because the person are evil and the gap are you did. And they are going to can't be more than when they are going to try to organize the meeting for them. There was a meeting tonight in Golden Grove Square. They will be meeting and greeting, and they showed up there and then get them on a spot. Yeah, they said, oh, meeting and still turn up. Meeting and greeting. And you know, nobody questioned it. I said, why need my meeting? Police and soldiers and they call them as. They have to try to show you about critical thinking, and the Prime Minister knows what he's doing. Because the church have influence, and what he done, those who control the executive of the church, and they'll get the money, Mark Stewart and the rest of them when they go against the government. If I feel a church in the church, it doesn't, they will never get it. You hear me say to you? The Baptist minister, but I tell you, they have quite a few of them who go against the government.
Be careful how you call the man of God name, you know. I wonder how you might deal with it, you know. I wonder how you might deal with it. But me, I listen to what you must say. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue.
And this is not really the first thing and corruption. This is not for, as a matter of fact, I'll want you to show up and the cabinet, but in the portfolio of the land. Every weapon they go money missing. You hear me say to you? Money missing in the airport, money missing in the police, money missing on the backside. And yet still they bring it back in the cabinet. And from this on, we should not use sleep on my bed and say this government here is seriously compromised.
That's right.
So they are not in a position to tell them this and no. Just like when you see them have ticket for Chavez, and the truth of the matter is, if Chavez did step aside and do what themselves they do, Chavez would still live there, but he would be like a puppet. And Chavez never take a chance as a puppet. But he is, because can't prove it. And if you notice, nobody pick a fight with the US government and say, I'm not there. No. And I believe every word of the cleaner company, and thank God, yes, thank good for the cleaner company. Because trust me, all the media houses that lost their zeal. Nobody listening to them anymore. Because nobody chooses to stand up. And the media is very powerful, should be there as a factor to keep any government in check against corruption and abuse of power. And I don't know other callers to hear them views, and we did a right that.
All right, Howard, big up yourself every time. But may I tell you people, when you put everything into perspective, you see exactly where Howard is coming from. The government is tainted. The government is compromised. 33 civil groups come out and condemn what Wheatley would have done. The church come out and ask for him to step aside. The private sector finally come out and ask for him to step aside. The opposition has been calling from day one. And you have a prime minister, the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. What does this say, about the leadership of the Labour Party and the governance of this country? And when they're done, they want to say Jamaica has the potential to be the next Dubai and Singapore. How do you expect Singapore and Dubai arrive at the great country they are today? They would have first stamped out corruption. Jamaica is the only country we know people in a corrupt activity are found to be guilty. And you drag it throughout the court 3, 4, 5 years only to kill time and buy time, and then the court will plead guilty. The Integrity Commission would have found you guilty based on the investigation and use the court to corrupt and manipulate the system and make people, we have the right to go to court, we have the right to defend ourselves. Yes, but you go through the court to buy time so you can continue rob and thief in our capacity, and then at the end of the day, boom, it come out. We plead guilty. But we knew this all along. It happened to Leslie Campbell, it happened to Dalrymple, Andrew there before the court, Xavier Main there before the court, and here comes Wheatley, heading to court as well. Well, 2 out of the 5 get charged. Thanks to the Integrity Commission's recommendation, we still have Andrew, we still have Xavier, and we have Andrew Wheatley. And by all measure, the reason why the Prime Minister cannot certify is because up to now, nothing now add up. Which begs us to ask the question, is he truly, without a reason of a doubt, one of the illicit members? And the answer is yes. Because if he was not, he would have been certified. And here comes Xavier Main, following in the footsteps of Andrew. With all the corrupt and illegalities the Integrity Commission found against him. Up to now, him can't prove otherwise. So it is stalled in the court, waiting on a date for him to plead guilty as well. And equally, like Andrew and Xavier Main, here we have Andrew Wheatley, the damning report that found him and referred him to be charged. Here we are once again heading to the court to buy time, only to plead guilty in court. We are in a very dark and sad time, Jamaica. A very dark and sad time in this country. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, my people? Yeah? Andrew Wheatley is heading to the court to prove otherwise. The question we all should ask, what is it that he's going to the court to prove? And how is it that conveniently these proof you have coming? And when the Integrity Commission did want the answers, when they were investigating, you couldn't provide it to them. Which shows you, Jamaica, that the case already try and done, we don't have to sit down and wait for Wheatley go to court, go answer, And I'm going to show you. Remember, the Integrity Commission questioned him over the years. Them set a date. When the date come, him put it off. 3-4 months down the line, when if he meet them again, him put it off. Yeah? Every single time the Integrity Commission have sit down with him, or try to sit down with him, he keep on postponing. When he eventually show up now with him attorney, and the Integrity Commission put in front of him the allegations, it's not like Wheatley was caught surprised, When you read the Integrity Commission report, he was told in front of his attorney that based on these findings, Mr. Wheatley, we have no choice but to charge you for illicit enrichment. So the Integrity Commission told him during the investigations that, see them here in front of we are asking over the couple of years, you cannot provide us with an answer. We have no other choice but to refer you to be charged. So he knew. And he went to the Prime Minister. Maybe tell the Prime Minister saying under investigation, I don't know. But the Prime Minister claims that he never know. But what we do know is that the investigation proved that way before September 3rd, Andrew Wheatley was made aware that he is under investigation for illicit enrichment. So why is it that the member for South Central St. Catherine, Andrew Wheatley, blatantly refused to tell his leader that he is under investigation? We would have asked the Prime Minister when the reports then start sent to Parliament, if any member of his cabinet or any member of his team tell him that they are under investigation. The Prime Minister responded confidently that he would have asked far and wide, and no one have mentioned that they are under investigation. So here we have Xavier Mean and Andrew Wheatley. But to top it all off, the Prime Minister himself is aware that he is under investigation. The Prime Minister himself was also under investigation and told the people of this country that he would have looked far and wide. Of course he looked far and wide, but he didn't look within himself. Because had he would have looked within himself, he would have known that he is being investigated for illicit enrichment. So the Prime Minister looked far and wide, but did he look within himself? No, he didn't. But I'm going to try the case in simple layman's term. Because we know no idiot no listen to the Dre Bryan program. Listen to this where I mean say Andrew Wheatley I go get charged, and this what them I do is just to cook up and buy time. Andrew Wheatley is going to say that there are evidence out there how he come by him money. How conveniently after the report tabled him a fine receipt. Why is it that Andrew Wheatley never take the years that he was under investigation? present the receipts to the Integrity Commission. So basically, the Integrity Commission is in the right. The Integrity Commission ruled based on what they would have investigated. And they would have come to a conclusion after numerous attempts and sit down, and yet the member cannot provide any form of answer to justify how he combined assets. So the Integrity Commission came to a conclusion that this man cannot explain his wealth, and so he is culpable for illicit enrichment. Story done. So the Integrity Commission acted accordingly based on the findings and based on their communication with the member. So when Andrew Wheatley case I go get called up, the case cannot, or the judge cannot rule based on what came after a conclusion of an investigative report. Look into it, people. Look into it carefully. The judge cannot rule and say, but here is the justification, he now has the evidence. Whether I want to have evidence now after the report table and the disgrace bust out, the judge would have to rule based on the commencement of the investigation and the conclusion of the investigation. So the judge cannot rule otherwise than to deem this man guilty, because up until the closure and the conclusion of the investigation, Andrew Wheatley have not provided the Integrity Commission with any reason how he combine asset disproportionate to his lawful earnings. But as the report table and the disgrace come out, and he find himself now in a conundrum, here comes the receipt. So why when the IC did I investigate you for over the years, and I beg you and I set date and I postpone, and them I try to facilitate you, and when you sit with them with your lawyer, you still couldn't come up with them a receipt, yeah? It was so bad that them have to tell you plain and straight, sir. Based on the investigation, you have no receipt, no evidence to show me how you come by these things. We have every reason to believe that you are one of an illicit member. They give him numerous time and numerous attempts to come clean to them and explain his wealth, and he could not. So the report was concluded and the findings came out, and they refer him to be charged. That is the report, Those are the evidence. And that is what will be standing before the judge, not what comes after. So there is no escape. So here you have the old bandolo people, they might go one side and cook up some receipt and say, see it here, we have a rent receipt. The man having business them and the apartment, see the rent receipt them here. But why is it that when you were actively under investigation, you couldn't find them a receipt here? And listen to me, people, who know be smart. All that is happening here is Andrew Wheatley buying more time and more time to set him house in order. Well, too late will be your cry, sir. It won't work. Too late will be your cry. So you could have dragged it to the court. Yeah? The court will rule in favor of the Integrity Commission, because based on the reports and what is in that report, nobody can tell me a lie upon you. You should have provided the evidence to justify the claim put against you by the IC. You could not, because you know damn well that what you were doing will make you an illicit person. You couldn't dodge it. You couldn't find no form of evidence. And so you were referred to be charged. So we need no eyeglass Jamaica the outcome. What is to be where this case is concerned. Just like the Prime Minister, just like Xavier Main, And why is it that TAJ tax administration come out and ruled on the Prime Minister? Remember that the Integrity Commission referred the Prime Minister to the TAJ, you know, and the FID. Well, we see the FID come out through Nationwide, come put out some cock and bull story. Huh? You want to tell me, say, the transfer of millions from various accounts that the Prime Minister cannot explain, isn't that a financial crime? The FID is there to investigate financial crime. Let me ask you something. Anyone out there listening can go down to NCB, go create one account without any money? Only need at least $5,000 to open up one NCB account.
Alright, so Jamaica, you see this apart now? May I listen to Colin Bell, and Colin Bell said that is possible. It is possible to open an account. Certain clients can open an account without any money. It's possible, here? Yeah.
Would have seen millions of dollars being transferred through and through. Let me ask you, isn't that a financial crime? So how the FID said they don't see anything wrong with the Prime Minister's behavior? After you're an idiot. Huh? And to make matters worse, when it comes down to tax compliance, the Prime Minister said that 2 of his businesses weren't making any money, so he couldn't pay in tax. But the same company where Andrew said wasn't making any money, they saw that company give out loan to other companies worth 20 million and more. So that is the reason why the Integrity Commission referred the Prime Minister to the TAJ. How can the TAJ, handle this matter where the Prime Minister say he's not making any profit, he's not making any money from 2 of his businesses, but the same business where they audit for not making any money was caught issuing loans of 20 million to other companies. So how you not make no profit but you find $20 million free handout in loan? That is a matter that the tax administration of Jamaica need to look into. Hence the reason why the Integrity Commission referred the Prime Minister to not only the FID for financial crimes, but they also refer him to the TAJ for tax compliance. Why you think TAJ can't say nothing up until this moment? Huh? I don't understand Jamaica. I don't understand. These are the leaders that you guys would have put in power. Yeah? These are the individuals that you guys would have put back to continue representing our nation. And to wrap things up, Jamaica, the member for South Trelawney, Marissa Dalrymple, 15 minutes to the hour of 1 o'clock. Jamaica, I saw Dalrymple stood up in Parliament and give a speech yesterday condemning the member for South St. James, Nikisha Burchell. And when you look at the reputation of a Dalrymple, Dalrymple who, let me see, I'm going on my brain box. Only know say I know 1 or 2 times they charge Dalrymple. Remember say they did find Dalrymple one rotted lump sum of money, then catch her a dump 1 truckload of garbage on the highway. Only remember Dalrymple was charged, got quote and a fine and 1 heap of much money she have to pay for illegal dumping. I never see it happen to. A shit happened to Marissa Dalrymple was fined not once but twice. She was charged for illegal dumping. separate and apart from failing to comply with the Integrity Commission and providing false declaration on our statutories where the BMW is concerned. So it's not one time this woman have been brought before the court, but yet still she find it necessary, holier than thou, to come and try to reprimand. Well, let me remind you something, Marissa Dalrymple. Jamaica is yet to see Nikisha Burchell in any courthouse answering to any judge for anything illegal or answering to any charge. But what we do know is that you, Marissa Dalrymple, have been fired from Parliament, fired from your constituency, and charged by the Integrity Commission not once but twice. How can you hold a candle to the member for South St. James? Huh? Like you. So let us just make it absolutely clear. Dalrymple, I don't want to accuse nobody wrongfully, you know. But we don't want to remind Jamaican people what happened to Miss Christine Mantak Hewitt, you know. Remember your name called upon Christine Hewitt, you know. We don't need to go back down that road, you know, but you know, go on like say you're smarty at the Parliament, you know. Why don't you come tell Jamaican Trinidad people what happened to your husband? Eh? What led your husband to commit suicide? Remember, said your husband put gun to his head on one beach in Trinidad. Remember, I don't want to wrap up my program. Remember, why don't you come tell the people them? What they say about you? The circumstances that led your husband to put gun to his head on a beach. Now make we have to bust up the things them, you know, Dalrymple. You better you go on, you know, lady. You better you go on. You have no moral authority to stand in the Honorable House of Parliament and reprimand nobody. Well, you can never reprimand since as you want to put and play the female card and play the sexist and woman this and then you respect woman and then you respect the speaker. So let me go down the woman route. Oh no, I laugh. Me not laughing. I don't want to bust up the things. Wait till I get me YouTube channel. Look here, people. Me iPad on the way. So when come whether come soon. You know, me not ship no laptop. For custom come charge me no arm and a leg. So I order my laptop and I come with soon land in the country where you know say it not go cost me. Fi bring it through customs. Wait till I sit down on YouTube, yeah? Where I can present my videos there by my facts about them politician here. Eh? Dalrymple. Nobody now cast no aspersions on you. But when you go come tell Jamaican people what happened to your husband. Now go your husband put her head on one beach. Tell Jamaican people what led your husband to go up on the beach, go put the gun to him. Tell Jamaican people why your husband come at your yard, come at his home and witness. I don't want to bust up the things them and wrap up the class. I want to end on a good note. But that woman here upset me. That woman here upset me. Dalrymple, what you going to tell Jamaican people say? Eh? What happened to your husband? Why you have to go up on the beach or put gun to his head? Huh? When you go tell Jamaica people what the man come on your own yard come see? Huh? Dalrymple, you are in no position to reprimand anybody. Huh? You are in absolutely no position to speak on any member worse another female. You say Nikisha Burchell has speak and I refer to the Prime Minister wife and the Speaker of the House. What I cannot tell Jamaica what she say? Me ask you something. When the member for Southwest St. Catherine, Everard Warmington, did refer to a former female MP as a Jezebel, where were you, Dalrymple? You were certainly a member of Parliament then. Where was the outcry concerning women? You did come out and reprimand your colleague, but you find it necessary to reprimand the lady opposite. Let me ask you something now. Make we play the devil's advocate. How would you feel if when you stand up and you make your claims, equally Nikisha did come up and play the tit for tat and make you know straight and plain, so she has not stood before no courthouse, never and shall never answer to no charge of corruption or criminal or illegal activities? How would you feel if Nikisha Burchell would have stood up and respond to you, Marissa Dalrymple, and remind you that you have been charged not once but twice? How would you have felt, Marissa Dalrymple? But you see, Nikki Burchell is very smart, you know, because Nikisha knows that the people of this country will fight the battles for her. Only I realize that Nikisha Burchell are on barefoot hat every single day of the week. So they start, so the girl no have no manners, she rude, well, let me tell you something. Nikisha Burchell no answerable to none uno. She answerable to the people of South St. James. Universal adult suffrage would have created that. One man, one vote. How do you feel if Nikisha stood up and said, unlike you, member for South Trelawney, I am here because of universal adult suffrage, one man to one vote. I don't know how you got here, Marissa Dalrymple, but I know a vote got me here. So whether uno bite or pay feet or medal, she know how she arrived in the Honorable House. But Nikisha Burchell sat there and she listened to uno beat up uno gum because she knows that the public will deal with you. So when you stand up in the Parliament, who is going to remind you from whence you came? I am yet to see Nikisha Burchell go on a courthouse go answer to no corruption charge. I am yet to see Nikisha Burchell name the drag yesterday of him murder. Remember say your name call up in a Christine Montague Hewitt disappearance, you know. And like me I tell, I am not telling any lie Jamaica they used to call her name. We're not creating no animosity, but some things which are Missy Dalrymple name call upon. That is the issue in Parliament. When them see people bigger and better than them, they want to throw cold water on fire. But if you know a good fool, you leave Nikisha Burchell alone. Why, since as you don't want to play the woman card? What if Nikisha Burchell stood up and said she's yet to see females in that Parliament address the chair because of personal matters? When you ever see the member for Central Manchester stand up and address Juliet Holness and make a contribution? Since you don't want to say woman attack woman and you don't want to play the woman card. You ever see Rhoda stand up in the House of Parliament and contribute to anything and address the Speaker? As a matter of fact, she cannot. Because if ever Rhoda should make a speech or contribute to anything in that parliament, Juliet will excuse herself and put Eli Clark in the chair for sit down. When we couldn't talk about the malignment and the sideline of women within the Jamaica Labour Party. Since I don't want to talk about women, let me bust up the things them before me go. When we couldn't talk about Babsy Grange, how she sidelined in Currency and Morrison. Remember, say she come out, come talk it, you know. Remember, say Babsy Grange sidelined Currency and Morrison and silence the woman. When I don't know talk, say up to now, Rhoda can contribute to nothing. She can stand up and give a contribution for no matters in the parliament while Juliet sit in that chair. When I don't come talk about the sideline and the maligning of women in the parliament. Since you don't want to come talk about women and you want to come talk about the good member for South St. James, how about throwing Rhoda Moy Crawford into the mix? How the Speaker of the House completely maligned and sidelined her, so much so that she can't even speak or give a contribution. Hello, somebody. Why is it that Rhoda cannot contribute to any debate in the Honourable House of Parliament as long as Juliet is sitting in that chair? When I couldn't talk about that.
Honey. That's funny.
Me say I want all up and set my YouTube channel, you see, because when I done with some party, when I done with some only in the Labour Party, but you want to come stand up and reprimand. Reprimand who? Reprimand Nikki B, the good pastor daughter from South St. James? That's all we can talk about the woman and say she look good and she shape good and she damn well look good fit through strong meat in a parliament. And that a madam some of the old foot figure on the yard but these new breed. You're damn right we are a new breed of parliamentarians because we are not here to enrich ourselves. You're rude and feisty girl. You're rude and feisty, Marissa Dalrymple. When I see only the problem in the parliament, the old foot them. Since I don't want to pitch taboo, old and new and young and old. Only I see only the old foot in the parliament are the problem. Let me tell you something, Marissa Dalrymple. Make this be the first and the last you call out nobody in a parliament. And Nikki is so smart, you know. You realize that Nikki no say a word. Nikki allow her to speak because Nikki is a virtual most of social media go drag her. Let me ask you something, Dalrymple. What become of your constituency office in a South Trelawney? Because people tell me say you move it from South and gone up a Falmouth. The people in a South Trelawney have any constituency office to report to? Or them have a journey come at over Hamilton constituency office to see you? Why make you take up your office from South Trelawney and go and put it in a Falmouth, which is in North Trelawney to over Hamilton constituency? That for sure me say this woman on this screen no respect South Trelawney, but you have the audacity and the nerve to stood up and reprimand. And when South Trelawney people are going to wake up. And when South Trelawney people are going to get up and turn up for something. But you come out and turn up in a parliament and name the member for South St. James. Now make me have to name out the things them what you will be remembered for. Now make me have to start, Dalrymple, don't make me have to start name out the things them that you have been accused of. And when I say accused, when I say, let me have to name out the charges laid against you that you are found guilty of, you know. How dare you about your name member? You don't have no farmer integrity, no ounce of decency, nothing about you. But you turn up in a house and call out others. What make you not come tell Jamaica people what make your husband taking life? When you cannot tell Jamaica people why your husband walk in come see in a man matrimonial home. Tell the people them want make your husband have to put gun to your head pan a beach. Already try the people them if you bust up the things them with them. Eh? Why you don't come and declare what transpired? What did your husband come in and saw? That led him to go on a beach and put a gun to his head. Dalrymple. Eh? I lie me I tell. If you no want the things them leak and bust out in a lady, you better stay put in the parliament there, please. And name nobody before we have to name out the things them about you. You're rude and feisty girl. You're rude and feisty girl. And I'm not being rude and disrespectful, but it happened me when I see the woman turn up and call out Nikki B. The good pastor daughter. When you realize so you can't take the opposition for Kuno anymore, and so you like to come out and name members, well, let me tell you something, is going to be a tough third term for Uno in there, because no more will the opposition be bullied. Yeah? God were the days when we did only have the 14 and Uno have Uno 49, so you could have bully. No, it's an equal divide. More competent and brilliance, we say, behind Mark Jefferson Golden. Watch for we and Uno in the third term here. And with that said, Jamaica, it was my utmost pleasure to be here. Thank you guys so much for the love and the support. I really feel good when my students sit from morning till afternoon, 300 odd people strong. I want everybody, if you start follow up my YouTube channel, you know, The Dre Brian Show. It tell me who follow me already, you know, and it tell me say me get a new subscriber. I mean, no enough of uno with the on me TikTok thus far have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I want at least 2,000 people over there when we start up, you know. At about 1.7 now, I want 2,000 people over there. You know, when you click that live button, everybody will start come over in the morning time. Jamaica, I want you guys to support the YouTube channel. So me I ask you to go up on YouTube and type in The Dre Brian Show. You know the logo, you know what the something look like, you know what the profile picture look like. So once you type in The Dre Brian Show, you know see it come up, and click subscribe and click the notification bell. So once I turn on the live, you know go be notified. It's going to be awesome over there. It's going to be wonderful. So now I ask the 300 that over the year, so if you go follow the YouTube page, because soon and very soon, yeah, the second week of July, I will be launching a YouTube platform, and I want all of you over there. TikTok will be running just the same, but YouTube is where I will be sitting and articulating myself even better than on TikTok, and I need you guys to support my YouTube channel. So with that said, Jamaica, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Thank you guys so much for the love and the support. Let us continue to look out one for another, and let us continue to champion the message of the People's National Party. The word is love, Jamaica. Take care and have a wonderful and blessed afternoon. Take care, guys, and see you tomorrow where we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, my people, tell you now, I need to subscribe to the general YouTube channel. You understand? I try find it to put it up, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, let me put up back this picture here. Yeah, remember guys, ball out August 6, unspent calendar. Alright, how about this man? What is this? What's up? What's my friends up? I don't know what is going on. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Yo, that thing are funny, you know? Image thing funny panda something. 1 minute the image them work and the next minute now get the time. May I try post up one picture. But it choose to do what it want to do, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so Miss Dalrymple, listen now. We are not the same, yeah? Don't mix Miss Nikisha Burchell and the rest of the new breed of politicians. We are the new breed of parliamentarians. We are not here to enrich ourselves. Zuleika Jess, Christopher Brown, Andrea Perkis, Yvonne Rosemary Shaw, Wavell Hines, Nikisha Burchell. Look in the mirror. Integrity starts with you. I love it. Heather Miller, Mrs. Heather Miller Bennett, Dr. Alfred Dawes. Who is that next gentleman on the air over there, sir? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of them can't hold. But you don't know all of the new people, them, ladies and gentlemen. Right? All of them can't hold. But corruption, greed, self-enrichment, abuse of office, documents for vehicle concession approved. Dalrymple, you have no right to open your mouth to speak on any woman in the parliament, much less Nikisha Burchell. And what you're talking is nonsense. So if anybody else feel like they have the bravery to talk, it is nonsense. The Speaker of the House needs to show respect and she will get respect. Period. You cannot expect respect and disrespect people. I've never heard of that anywhere. You're going to face, naturally you're going to face resistance. The Speaker of the House is very disrespectful. You understand? And even if you're a police officer, anybody in authority, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Alright? Once you carry yourself with respect, you command respect. And you will get respect. And if somebody disrespects you while you show them respect, you're going to be in the right. And guess what? Persons will defend you. You never know. Yes. Mr. Dalrymple, persons will defend you, Mr. Dalrymple. Alright? And as a matter of fact, back to Mr. Dalrymple. You know, you guys talk about women when it's convenient. But want to you guys supporting a man like George Wright to come into office. You guys remember that? You all supported him with your silence. For those who were silent, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody in the Jamaica Labour Party about women and supporting women. You guys don't support women. If you did, you will support a man like George Wright to come back in office. All of you should have stood up and said, Andrew Wallace, hail to the no. To the no, no, no. Hail to the no. After that video we saw, I have a reaction video to that. Because you know I'm late to the party in terms of the history of the politics. Because I'm a young bird. When I saw that video, I'm telling you, my reaction did everything. You just watch the video when I reacted to that video for the first time. The man was mauling the lady with the chair. Mauling her viciously. Beating her with the chair. And you come to tell us about you guys are for women. Get the hell out of here. I can't remember putting my hands on a woman. I must in a defense. Me can't remember raising my hand for a woman. Me can't remember that. Me say the man beat the woman in a man with the chair in a man. Man give woman so heavy, the man put the whole life force night, you know? And all of you stood there and supported him. And I wish somebody in the parliament and step up and say these things. And call him out. Right? What's up, Jada? Jada, you know watch parliament? Come on, I'm gonna show you what I want. I will show you what I want. I will show you what I want. Let me show you what I want, mama. Let me show you what I want. And big up Anissa Belleroche. She has been doing an excellent job reporting on these clips. What exactly did she say or do? Nikisha Burchell? I mean, it's the general things. Them just not like her. Because she stand up to the speaker anytime she had the foolishness in the parliament. She call her out. Whether the mic is on or not, she call her out and they don't like it. So now it's the agenda is to attack Nikisha Burchell and demonize her and make she look one certain way. But it ain't working, baby. From the time when she come out and said, you can't talk to your husband like that if you choose to do that in a marriage. But they can't talk to grown people like that. From that point in time, they've had a problem with her. You understand? And I talk about apology. Apologize for what? And I was so disappointed in what's she name? What's she name again? What name again? Sure, man. Deanne Jackson Miller. I was so disappointed in her when she come off by Nikisha Burchell. They come like she get the message and she take a step back. You understand? No man, hop off on Nikisha Burchell fender, man. Hop off her fender. You understand? You remember good. Me know say she voluptuous, but don't do that. Don't do that. No tada. Bro, apologize. Apologize to what? Is anybody calling Andronis to apologize to Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell for telling him to shut up? Crickets. None of them come to that Jamaica. None of them. Crickets. Right? And let me show you first. Let me show you my page first. Let me show you what Marissa Dalrymple said, ladies and gentlemen, to Nikisha Burchell. Let me show you. Oh my God. Make sure you subscribe to all of my pages, man. Yeah. Let me show you. Did I post a video with it yet? I think I did. Oh, right here, sir. Right here, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady come for the
behave the way that the member from South, and although particularly to her, I have never seen anybody behave to any speaker the way she has done. And although you have said things, and although I have never heard you behave the way that the member from South St. James as a female has brought into this parliament. I'm calling her out because she's young, she's new, she's female, and we have a female speaker. And if you do anything with the revision, it doesn't matter what you do about the standing orders. The standing orders, if you revise it 1,000,000 times over, the speaker's ruling must always be respected. Many people will not say it openly. I stand this afternoon because I feel strongly about it. And I feel that the speaker in her position as a Prime Minister's wife and as a female, yes.
No, when the Prime Minister, when a business is shot Prime Minister wife, who cares? She not get no special treatment because she's a Prime Minister wife. That's why she shouldn't even be there in the first place. Therein lies the problem. Because you worship Andrew carry you back and you have criminal charges for your name. Right? You confess, say you lie to the IC, $900,000 you pay. It's all in this video, ladies and gentlemen. So she don't have no right to come talk to Nikisha Burchell.
I say it as it is because that's part of the objection. But let me tell you something. Never before has anybody been as disrespectful. And I could go on and on. And nobody, no other member that is old has behaved the way you have behaved.
And that is a lie. And let me show you how much that is a lie. As I said, big up Panics at the roof. Look at this.
Flying. Hold on.
On a point of order, a point of order.
Andrew Holness said he's not giving no point of order right there, so. As a parliament work, as a standing order work, here is the dictator Andrew Holness with his disgusting behavior. Mama D or whatever you want him, I never call him out. Oh, because in the on your side. So this is not disgusting behavior. Okay.
It is time that we as black people realize that if we are going to get progress, that we must start to use our resources in wise ways. So if we spend $6.5 million to go to Africa, the Prime Minister should come here and say, yes, I struck an economic deal with Ethiopia. Let me tell you something, Mr. Speaker. I come from a generation that is liberated. Slavery is 350 years. We must understand that now is the time that we must defend our economic independence. And to do that, we must strike trade agreements with Africa. Mr. Speaker, let me say this, that the $6 million that we spend flying. Hold on.
On a point of order, a point
I never know say Andrew give point of order. We think of the speaker of the house. He might tell the man say him not give no point of order. The last time I checked, when a person rise to a point of order, the speaker recognized them and then give them cite the actual we call it standing order number and give them point of order. And here's Andrew Holness dictating the entire house while not being the speaker of the house. And Morris at the rimple of the audacity, the unmitigated God to step up Miss Lady. Sometimes it's better if you don't shut to no mouth, if you don't know nothing to say. If you don't know nothing, we say, see digital footprint them not normal. If you don't know so on the slate not clean, tap on nice. We have not heard nothing from Nikisha Burchell that is out of order in the parliament. She's doing what Andrew Holness is doing right here, so making a name for himself. But him do it in our way now where he try to control everything. I've never seen she stand up and try to control everything. She said things when she not there on mic like everybody else. Like everybody else in the parliament. Right? And to tell him man to shut up all the time or something. And his wife hear him and don't tell him say he can't do that because she don't dare discipline him in front of nobody because of pillow talk and the power structure, and therein lies the problem. No fairness in the parliament. How do you expect to get respect from people when you don't show respect through your rulings? The other day when Dr. Nathan Campbell was speaking, ladies and gentlemen, and they were disrupting him, and he said to the speaker of the house that it is your job to make sure them stop talking, giggling with them, because you're them a friend and come below. Your authority, you're not bipartisan, you're not bipartisan. You're biased. When the People's National Party do them thing, you shut them down and you try to show them up, but they don't show up. You remember they talk to them way different from you talk to the People's National Party member them. Someone else at that room you can't defend. Juliet Wallace, we are watching. We are there open. We see what is going on. And like one time when we never pay attention to Parliament. And we have the archive them for the whole of Parliament them. So you can't trip it. Sit down. Don't take yourself when you talk for Nikisha Burchell again. Damn out of order. As a matter of fact, I want Nikisha Burchell have no video what you put out there. Tell me I will run off and answer them. Because there's so much things she can't say. Let me look on our YouTube page to see what she put out there. Probably shall wait for the week for them. Hold on there. People make sure someone go subscribe to Nikisha Birchall YouTube page. You know? No man, make sure someone go subscribe. Let me see something. Nikisha Birchall. Where's the page? Okay, see it there. Let me see. Videos. Oh, the last video was that. Okay. Alright. Should have put out nothing yet. Let me look on her TikTok. See if she put out the short video. Look on TikTok. Nikisha. I talk about woman. The business about no woman. If you're not doing the right thing, then if you're not show people respect, you're not getting no respect. And if you don't understand that, it's sorry for you. What is good for the goose is good for the gander, as my mother said. Alright? That me I tell you, I don't want to take this thing off. But this and that and the third. See, Andrew, want to stay going with himself? And we have more clips today, ladies and gentlemen. Trust and believe, you know. We have more clips. And a one clip and a two clip, a full clip. Full clip of all of the foolishness when they are going with in the parliament. A video clip I talk about, because you know, in these times, the people will take the thing them and paste them up and say what you know say and all them something. But I'm glad that I have a YouTube channel and everything they on record. Right? See that? Talk to them, Nikisha Birchall.
The labor rights them turned down on dating in the house. And I talk about how dare you speak to the Prime Minister like enough flesh and blood make him like what make him.
Yes, man, him a God. Yes, Nikisha Birchall, them a worship him like him a God. Yes, and a flesh and blood.
The labor rights them turned down on dating in the house. And I talk about how dare you speak to the Prime Minister like enough flesh and blood make him like what make Dayton Campbell. This your Madam Speaker decide say I'm a garden house in name of Wholeness House. A feeding house and a share the queen and our king over there so she can protect him. Yes, ma'am. Let me tell you what happened when you call me out on the mic. When you turn off my mic and so me now ask question. I took out my phone and I started to record for the people of Jamaica. We never go live. Because they lie. Jamaica, I'm trying to ask questions.
When you hear that, Jamaica, them tell lie upon her so she go live. She started to record. The same thing when Nesta Morgan do. Oh, they never see Nesta Morgan when they record. All them want germs too, you know. You understand? Because he jump up and I come talk about what? Name the member. He's a clown number. He's a clown. Left the woman them in our parliament make them do them thing. He's a clown, he's a puppet clown. Me notice say come like Andrew Senior. Nesta, you know you're my boy. Anytime they go on like them want to do this, you have to defend the wife, you know man, when I'm not there, you know man. Step up and talk up. And that him tell you, him give a memo. Because I know you jump up and down like a kangaroo from what here in our parliament. Nesta Morgan. Oh, man. He said the man come on and tell like man come on and talk about him and stitch for Nikisha Birchall. Like say, I wanna go beat her. And mommy and daddy. Only thing say Andrew is a mother and father at the house. And then you say people my pick me. I saw not treat the PMP. You remember say a big man and big woman and I deal with. I want to know, man. I want to see how everybody soon if who is. Nobody now have to put out the narrative. The people can see her for who she is. She can't deny who she is. And she say one compound, what them call it? But that's up the name again. Candid. Let me find it too, because enough people don't know now. I can't talk about things from my memory, but you might remember. Candid with Juliet Wallace. Let me find the clip. Candid with Juliet, but he must have lied. Juliet Wallace still so lying in that video there. See that?
And I was always very respectful. It was parked in the garage. Preferences to make my way through life. She would go to Trelawney, from home to school like that. And when I started St. Catherine High School, I remember no regrets.
That's our next thing too. We want to leave Isaac Buchanan alone. Don't mix up Isaac here. Isaac Buchanan does have a different approach. Isaac Buchanan I use honey to catch fly and I use vinegar. You see me I deal with? So him chose to deal with the speaker of the house one certain way. You know, like when my lawyer and he deal with the judge? Because I saw him get to him want, you know. You feel me I deal with? Yes, and him get certain favor. When you notice one day when him talk to her in a parliament and he look like she blush, yeah man, only leave Isaac Buchanan alone. Make it only my use to catch the fly them, yeah? Leave Isaac. Isaac Buchanan not sure. Argument about Isaac Buchanan not sure Nikisha Burchell under the bus. The man have an opinion. This is a democracy. He want the parliament thrown one certain way. But I am all with the smoke, ladies and gentlemen. Me say light and darkness can mix. Run them with Nikisha Burchell. Run them with Dr. Nathan Campbell. Run them away. Don't mix and mingle. And that me say, Isaac can have his own opinion. This is light versus darkness. You don't see, look at object where the man is show. How can an object that the man have like some type of symbol or some type of darling without one head in a parliament? High levels they look like a witchcraft, the man them work. But Pastor Major Prophet Mark Stewart they tell me, said the man them have the the Egyptian symbol them, and them have locked down the whole place. The Egyptian spirit, them have a symbol them from Egypt in a drawer in an office of Prime Minister. And me says so the man of God says so. God show him. You understand? We can pull up them tape there too, but we can't bother go back in the archives. You understand what I deal with? So now if you know what go on, them people are not some normal people. Don't mix with them. Nikisha Burchell, your father a pastor. Don't mix with them. Dr. Nathan Campbell, stop smile up with them, brother. Strictly business, professional. I'm more big up Dr. Alfred Das. We stand up and make them know say yo, you can't go like you don't want bully we. We are going to rebel. We can't go like you don't want disrespect we. We are going to rebel. Understand that. It's not because we want to be disruptive, but we not take disrespect. Member good. That is it, me general. Straight up and down. And for the kids that they're out there, big people business are big people business. Pick the business are pick the business. You understand? Your father, your mother, and the great them, then they have to fight, lose their life, blood spill, so we can have certain freedom. So you see when the evil them stand up, we have to fight against the evil them. Understand that. That's not a phone business. Be able to sell when you go to school and deal with the thing on if you deal with it. Big people business and pick the business to mix. Good? That is it. Let's continue.
While growing up, I never thought that I needed to party when I wasn't allowed to. 7 o'clock, when you remember JBC, at church, I remember very early that there's nothing special about you, nothing times for me, challenging sometimes. So first form, I was the tallest person in the times for me, challenging some because of it. First form was fairly okay, and then never easy, but I learned a lot more from them. A lot of these from my mom, and when my listen, I would learn into school. So I joined like this on the wall, beating the wall, and I said, like this on the wall, beating the wall, and I said, Jesus, I'm in trouble. So one friend said, Jules, that, and after that, history. And your own desire to be educated and to be driven you in the way that you think forever. Gosh, I have never forgotten it. My mom saw it and I said, choice they could change, and I took it up. And when I was 9 years old.
This is the true nature of Juliet Holness. Listen to confession. Listen to confession.
She had 7 cents on her bureau. And one night I was passing, she had forgotten it. My mom was hard in some of the lessons she taught me. When I was probably about 8 or 9 years old, she had 7 cents on her bureau. And one night I was passing and I saw it and I said, try this little change. And I took it up. Lord, the money got drop. When it fell, Mommy woke up and said, Juliet, is that you? I said, yes, Mommy. What are you doing? Nothing, Mommy. What do you have in your hand? I showed it to her. And she said, where did you get that? I said, oh, quickly, Howie, my cousin. She said,
you see how the lie them did easy for she young? She tell her mother bold face lie where she get the money from. 7 cents from the mother bureau. 7 cents, ladies and gentlemen. You know, for them the time 7 cents of money now, way back, you know. 7 cents from the bureau, and Juliet Wallace tell the mother, say, Howie, I mean, this happened in our 10-second period, you know. And she's so quick with it, she's so quick to tell it like them. Howie, my cousin. So listen to your side story.
I said, no problem, sweetheart, go to bed. And I went to sleep. In the morning, Mommy woke up. I have never forgotten it was a Saturday night. Sunday morning, she said, come, we're going down to Howie. I said, Jesus, me in trouble. And
I saw all people stay back in the idea, you know. You think, they make you think, say you trick them, you know. You see what your mother do? Mother say, all right, since that's how you get the money from. See? No, I do that already, Jada. I have to watch the video. I have one video on my post. I done angle Marissa Darrimple. Andrea, what's up, Andrea? I done angle Joanne Sinclair, how you doing? Rena, big up yourself. I done angle Marissa Darrimple already, man. One of those people watch the video. Lean us, big up. But listen to the argument, so now the mother now go look for the cousin.
We went. And she said, did you give this money to Juliet? This is me run behind my mother.
And so Jamaica, all when she get catch, you know, she still looks for somebody for life there, you know. When you see why Andrew Wallace and she have 2 pieces in a blurt not pot, them work good together. Hello, somebody? Them work good together. Let's go back and listen to that again.
Jesus, me in trouble. And we went. And she said, did you give this money to Juliet? This is me run behind my mother. And Howie said, no, auntie, I didn't give it to her. She said, Jules, come.
So, because never lie, obviously, fear mother and parents will grow she better. You understand what I mean? It look like Juliet Wallace's mother never put the fear of God in her. And I can't tell you this. If my mother put money in her house when me be young, I don't remember one time my mother can't say how she missed the money. None of we have not siblings. None of we. Eh? Oh. Oh no, we're not talking about that. When a baby? Oh, she a baby? Okay. So anyway, we don't really have them problem there, Jamaica. Yeah, man. No sticky fingers around here. When we go, we come back, the money still there. You feel me, I say? Same thing with your father, no problem. They can't say they miss some money. Anything we want, we ask for it. You feel me, I say? That is it. But Juliet Wallace was so skillful. She lied to her mother and then asked her cousin to lie to her too. What a bangarang. And then listen to Pata. Come and believe the story now then. Listen to Pata.
And we walked up nicely. I got a proper scolding. And when I was complaining to Mommy that something caught me when she hit me, Mommy said, no problem, let me get something for you, alcohol. And then she tied me onto the gate. And I sat there at the gate and everybody passing to me here, morning, morning. And I couldn't understand the lesson. A friend of hers came and she told my mom, don't do it, this is really too harsh for her. And my mom said, liar and thief walk together.
So what going with Juliet Wallace and yours? Not my word, Jamaica. What is going on with Juliet Wallace and her husband? When the liar and thief walk together. Then how much time we catch Andrew Wallace in Jamaica? How much time has Andrew Wallace lied and mislead the people in Jamaica? You see, when you come and see this PCN thing, one day, you know, the full cup of a bubble over, you know. But you see, them already them already lost the trust of the people. The people not trust them. And that's one of the greatest things where they don't understand. They have lost the trust. And it's not because of nothing where the cleaner put out or not where nobody put out. The people them look for the thing and I think for themselves. And they might listen to HORACE CHANG. And they might listen to Dana MAGNITSKY. And they might look for no body language. And they might look for no eyes. And they might look for everything and I listen to no good. Look for AUDREY now she come out. How much? About 3 weeks after the fact? How long now the TCNB something come out? 2 weeks or so? And now she come out because say, no, this is not what happened. This is what really happened. We don't believe you. We don't believe you. You understand? You see, when you lie, the one day when you not tell the truth, nobody not gonna believe you. The people that don't trust you no more. No well-thinking Jamaica trust the Labour Right Party. None well-thinking. Who not say Labour Right, them not trust you no. So my Labour Right, them wake up now. And it goes back to the prophecy of Walter Peter Chambers. Uno very own have a rise up against you and take you down. Uno very own have a rise up against you and take you down. The whole nation have come against the Jamaica Labour Party. You can't stay they think a joke. And God is the author of all of it. It shall all happen naturally and in the time when God wants it to happen. But I can see, you know, when you plant one seed, and you see poke about that, man, you got your bed and wake up and then 1 week after you wonder how the tree gets so tall. And then you see it grow tall and it starts spread out. And then you see some nice fruit start grow up by it. The tree where that plant to overturn amongst the heart and mind of people, enough start bear fruit yet. But some manifestation that some could show us now come out. That's not stop up. That's all I know. You see all the FLA, I watch the FLA very carefully. I watch the FLA very carefully because there's a prophecy with the FLA, you know, for this month of July. You know. I watch the FLA very carefully. Because the Apostle Jefferson to work, he don't really put date on things. So when I see him put date on the FLA, I say, oh, this dangerous. And then he say have implications for even the Ministry of National Security. You understand? So Jamaica, no, you have one part of that interview I want here still. But it look like another entire interview they put out. Because she said, you remember the part that she said, she's a speaker and they have to appreciate that, you know, she was a member of parliament to become a speaker. So some people say she biased, but it's a balancing act and she has learned how to do it. You can imagine you there in a post for 10 years and you just learn how to do the most core, important thing regarding your job, which is not being biased. No, man, you're disqualified, man. You go sit on one side, man.
Thank you so much.
Andrew is the only one who called me Jules.
All right, so we know you.
Call me Jules. Call me what Andrew calls me.
Who calls you Jules?
Andrew.
No, let me tell you something. This is performative. This is a get back tour, right? Guys. Only Andrew called me Jules. You see how like so-called side chick them out there? Understand. She's the queen, baby. And Jules called her Jules. You know me? Call me Jules. Only Andrew is called me Jules. May I tell you, boy, hey, I can see right through these people, man. But I don't know who that was for. But somebody took a shot right there, ladies and gentlemen. Remember me tell you. Oh, by the way, Dre Brown was saying this and it was so interesting. When Darren were talking about women. I mean, that's a good point, you know. Why we don't see Rhoda contribute in the parliament? Rhoda just like she got church for one. Rhoda dare not show one piece of leg, one piece of nothing. Hey, she better hide everything when she in a parliament. When she comes, she in one of them MI Men in Black suit. I tell you, I saw Rhoda step in our parliament. They say nobody now go do that. Make somebody else call you what they're supposed to call you. Then them alright, Jade, I love how you see it. Perspective of a woman. Well, she tell the lady say we call her Jewel. Call her our auntie, call her. That's why I tell you say she a show off on somebody. And somebody she a show off on. She has sent one message through the interview to somebody. You feel me I deal with? Yes.
My mom straight enough called me Mommy Jules, and Andrew is the only one who called me Jules.
All right, so we know you as the businesswoman. We know you as an MP. We know you now as the House Speaker. We know you as the mother. Who was Juliet Holness before?
What are you talking about? Jada. No man, Jada, I don't know about that the clip there. Now go call on Isabel Rose. No, sir, which clip that? You know about one clip where Juliet Holness about? Which car clip is about? No, sir, not even my mother don't know about that. My mother for like long time.
Just in case you forgot, recent times I heard interview talking about women.
Yo, you know that some people are real idiot. This have to be a labor right. You don't look for us, man. You don't look for us, man, at Jamaica. You hear that a while ago in a microphone? This girl said it is clear that Isaac Buchanan hates women. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So when you critique a woman, you hate them. Fully done. Fully done, ladies and gentlemen. Fully done. This is the type of woman that should never get married. And no man should never seek to marry. We have that the mindset. Run, brothers. Run. Run for the life. Don't waste 1 second, brother. They don't work with even sleeping with. Run. Aggressive. Run. Look for Isaac Buchanan and how Isaac Buchanan deal with all the speaker of the house. Are you going to tell me say the man I love woman? The man said maybe it is that ladies are not ready to be in parliament because of all of the beefing we are going with them. The man not tell no lie. That is a good observation. Maybe it is some of them are not ready. Look how the speaker of the house, galang pan at the speaker of the house. You ever see her face when she make up yet? Her emotional behavior, unprofessional behavior. The truth is the truth. She might not say something, but if you watch the parliament and big up the man with cameraman them, they always catch her at the right time. She roll her eye. She start get swell up like one of them frog there. You know the frog them must swell up when they go for attack. Eh? You know what? What is it? Oh, sorry. Right? You say what? Not she, Rhoda ball out the speaker talk to her. Oh, Rhoda call Cliff Hughes and the ball out the speaker talk to her. These people on Twitter, man, mighty God. Mighty God. Boy, Ishmael, all me here are fully done. First statement that she make out her mouth a while ago, brother. Fully done. Oh, if you look at Isaac Buchanan, he can't bother. No, what is mommy saying me? Oh. The new bus fare. People who know the bus fare yesterday. Yesterday official. When me say me have been dead fear when me a move a while ago. Me I tell you say woulda embarrassed. Woulda embarrassed, ladies and gentlemen, if me have a dead fear. After me I give the man me regular fear, the man come me give him and a regular me give him extra money, you know. And me I look for me change. And the man I make me know say right now, but serious, you know, brother. I say, what you say? And then he say, yeah, remember, see a phase, the first phase and second phase, this thing. So then the 8%, and then they give the next 8%. I mean, I say, you know, say, it's a real rubbish. But back to the
and I'm being denied an opportunity to do so. I'm afraid and I fall in love with you don't think I'm going to let me ban them? I'm afraid of falling on them and so. Same time when we did a record, Andrew Holness says to Dayton Campbell, shut up. So Dayton said to him, well, you shut up.
Straight.
You go tell Dayton, we go tell Andrew to shut up. The labor rights them turned up on Dayton in the house. And I talk about how dare you speak to the Prime Minister. Like enough flesh and blood make him like what make Dayton Campbell. So I say, no man, this deserves a record. So I turn the camera up on them and see when the Prime Minister see the camera, he switched coverage from being a bully to becoming a victim. He start shouting, you're a bully, you're a bully.
Oh my God, Jamaica, will you hear that? We never know that. Andrew always tell Dayton Campbell to shut up. 2 times in a poll and at the party. So Nikisha Berchen take out her phone for a card. Nikisha Berchen say as soon as she take out the phone, Andrew only switch from being a bully to a victim and start saying, you're a bully! You're a bully! What a drunk like him. Eh? You're a bully after telling him to shut up 2 times. No, no easy, no manners. You tell from big bad Dayton Campbell, Dr. Dayton Campbell, they think a performance thing. I want to say big bad, you mean the man a big man. No boy. Can't come tell the man about shut up. You're tired. And if you're a man, I'm a man as well. Because the man a man too, like you. You understand? He's a man. He can't come disrespect. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. You see, in our life, respect is everything. Respect is everything. You understand? I don't deal with people when I want to their own people, I don't respect. That's the first thing. If I don't respect you, I don't want their own. And the only reason why I talk about some of them people in the parliament is because of them I make the law them and of them I mash up with life. As soon as they left the parliament, I don't business with them again. All of them are drowning, I see when I business with them. All of them are live on top of one mountain, I don't business with them. Once I deal with my tax dollars, and phone the tax dollars and our tax dollars, I will now see what we're supposed to get. Them a thief for NHT money, and I put in a budget instead of giving a partner draw. Them think they and me and them have a problem. You don't know about Uno. Me and them have a problem with that. Because me cannot throw my partner, I can't get my partner draw. First of all, me even like partner much less in a real life. I know you force me to pay this a partner, and you not give me my money when me forget. You put it elsewhere. The devil is a liar. You don't have to come down. You don't have to come down. But back to Andrew and this thing. Shut up your mouth! Shut up your mouth! You're a bully! You're a bully! Stop bullying me! Watch you switch up. Mighty God! You're a bully and I'm not afraid of you! That should have been the angle of Dr. Dayton Campbell because you told him to shut up twice. So now I understand why they're so afraid of the phone. Because the people in the parliament can capture them. Oh, let me tell you something, parliamentarians, if you're not listening. There is some gadgets out there, no man. I'm not going to say the type of gadgets, but there's gadgets out there where you guys can film in the parliament without them knowing you're filming. Yes? Glory? Get those gadgets and use them accordingly. And put out the tapes that expose all of them within a parliament, where they must say and where they not say. All of the nasty things they must say and the disrespectful things they must say. So we can rub them up on social media. Because they go on like say them are smart and they go on like say they're nice. They go on like say them having. You can't have integrity when the camera is on. You have to have integrity all when the camera off too. It's not what they do on camera, it's what they do off camera when they think the microphones are not on. Can I get an amen, somebody? That's why they come in with the mic system, you know. The full mic system, you know. That's why they come in with it, you know. You have to control the parliament. But when there was no mic system, let me play it again. When there was no mic system, ladies and gentlemen, let me play the last part of this.
Heckle and Clyde and Heckle, that's what they name. Jekyll and Clyde. Two different personality, quick, split seconds. And if you have the phone to record them, to show the truth, the laborers them lie and looking at your eye and lie. The laborites them turn down on the in the house. And I talk about
what I think Nathan Campbell and the People's National Party are going to support Nikisha Burchell. She there in there fight for them. She there in there fight for them. And look at Andrew Holness. Listen to that speech with Andrew Holness about corruption. Listen to this.
This Jamaican electorate has to acknowledge that in the consideration of when you elect your government, that you have to elect government and people who are beyond reproach or integrous.
So where do you start to sort of unravel the ball of
the Jamaican state has to acknowledge that corruption is a problem. This Jamaican electorate has to acknowledge that in the consideration of when you elect your government, that you have to elect government and people who are beyond reproach or integrous. Obviously, the challenge with corruption in many respects is that some people do benefit, and it has political links sometimes.
What was your experience?
My experience in government is that we tried, and I believe that the government have been trying to grapple seriously with corruption, certainly in terms of putting in place legislation and in terms of now developing the ability within our police force, our security forces, to gather intelligence, track and prosecute. As if we're not doing anything. But I believe we need to do more, and we need to make it a truly political issue where the electorate holds the government to account. As it relates to allegations of corruption, this government, relative to the previous government, has far less instances or suggestions of corruption. I had the opportunity to go through the history of the previous government, but in none of them can we say that the government has taken deliberate and instrumental action to show transparency and to show that while corruption may exist, as it exists all around the world, in all countries of the world, but to date, we have been the only government to allow transparent analysis of what has happened and to take action where action is necessary to be taken.
The same Andrew Holness, according to the Integrity Commission, who basically files zero tax return yet gives a loan of $20 million.
This Jamaican electorate has to acknowledge that in the consideration of
yo, every single word where Andrew Holness say out time out come on back home by it. Every single word. So two Integrity Commission report was submitted to Parliament. I'm not sure. Let me just check to see if Parliament is keeping to it. If it is, me I go run the live and make the live continue. Alright, let me see if Parliament I keep today. BBC. Today at Thursday. Sometimes we keep Parliament on Thursday. So live, no upcoming live. No look so. Joint Select Committee on Child Diversion. No look so. No look so at all. 40 minutes ago, local staging of Governor General's Achievement Awards. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me just probe the news a little bit before I go. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, see it here, Integrity Commission, 2 reports come out. And there's also, in the report, there's 2 rulings. So I'm thinking that this 2 more of the illicit enrichment. Yeah, individuals. Yes? That's what I'm thinking. 2 more of the illicit enrichment individuals is coming out. Get ready for the roller coaster, ladies and gentlemen. Venezuelan security guard pulled alive from building basement 8 days after twin earthquake. Born glory be to God. 8 days, and then find him alive. 8 days under rubble. Mighty God. CMU fraud trial to proceed October 5th. Chef shot dead in Portmore. Then crime down Jamaica. Former JCF senior Cop Terence Brent sworn in as Turks and Caicos Assistant Commissioner. So the Jamaican all member them in the JCF are over Turks and Caicos. I don't know what is going on with that, you know. But you have commissioner now, you have assistant commissioner and a Jamaican them. Cops warn against holding assets for others. Woman charged in illegal Jamaican 250 million money laundering scheme. Oh, them people, I can't dictate US policy. Mark speaks out, denies proposing controversial third country national deal. Single market in energy, what is this? Deportee from the US in a St. Mary. No TC in our house in St. Mary. So where are they housed? Chang starts with Chang no no. Jamaica Coalition for a Healthy Society wants US Department deal paused pending public scrutiny. Wow, interesting. So whatever the deal is, the man must say, yo, that one pause, you know, Jamaica Coalition for a Healthy Society wants US deportation deal paused pending public scrutiny. I think that is just and fair and right. And no matter where the JP people want to say, all the pundits them, it is the responsibility of the government. What going on, Daniel? How you doing? Hey guys, over there, can you see an option to donate to the super chat? All the persons, Jada, can you see an option over there to donate to the super chat? Also to become a member on BOLO TBV. Look for it for me if you see. Please and thanks. Alright, 6-year-old, all of the people that can donate to the Cash App, check and see if you see the option to, not the Cash App, the super chat. Look if you see the option to donate to the super chat, gift people, become a member, all of that good stuff. Look if you see it. Alright. 64-year-old Clarendon woman found dead with STAMU. One more woman again. One more person again in a Jew. No, man. No, Jamaica. No. Not no. This is getting out of hand now. Everything we pastor say, no, man. Look there. 64-year-old woman found dead with stab wounds at her home. 64-year-old? What is happening in this country? Hey, that's why I'm not left my mother. No boy. Nobody at all. Watch her. She was partially nude, bearing stab wounds, was found at her home in the Union District near Frankfield. The deceased has been identified as Hyacinth Rose Johnson, a domestic helper. Jesus, she found partially naked and then stab her up. What the hell is going on in this country? The demon them out the true man just like a pastor Peter Chambers say, man. Mighty God. Let me read the article here fast.
The home of 64-year-old Hyacinth. The Clarendon police are investigating the killing of a 64-year-old woman whose partially nude body, bearing stab wounds, was found at her home in the Union District near Frankfield. The deceased has been identified as Hyacinth Rose Johnson, a domestic helper. The police report that about 7 a.m. on Wednesday, residents stumbled upon the body behind Johnson's house. The police were summoned and, upon arrival, officers observed the body lying face down with stab wounds to the chest. Information reaching the Gleaner is that Johnson was last seen at church on Sunday. Concern grew when she did not turn up for her usual prayer meeting on Tuesday, prompting residents to check on her. They later made the grim discovery. Meanwhile, in a video posted to social media, Councillor Stephen Williams of the Ritchies Division condemned the killing and urged anyone with information to report it to the police. We can't have things like this taking place in our country. It can affect any one of us. It can be on any one of our doorsteps. So let us join hands and hearts and bring the perpetrators to justice, he said. Williams also urged residents and anyone with information to come forward and assist the police with their investigations. Up to June 27th, a total of 20 civilians had been killed in Clarendon. Anyone with information that could assist the investigation is being asked to call the Maypen Criminal Investigations Branch, CIB, at 876-832-2077, the police emergency number 119, or the nearest police station. Olivia Brown.
Jamaica. Why may I tell you? Really have to pray, you know? Give your life to God. Can't work, you know? No other way, you know? Nobody not see you. Nobody not see you. Nobody not see you. Nobody not see you. Reverend Glenford Powell, the chairman of St. James Ministry Fraternal, is urging every church in the parish to join the organization, arguing that a united church is critical to confronting crime and other social ills affecting communities. The mere fact that this man have to ask the church to unite really means the church are united. And in fact, they don't ask to unite against crime and other things. It means that crime is a problem. Murder accused freed as judge fine. May I look for that article there? Where him stay? I must do the observer right there now. I don't know. I don't know at all. Advocacy group for the Children Foundation is calling for immediate resignation of Ascot Primary School principal.
Dignity, build confidence and celebrate.
The public humiliation of children has no place in Jamaica's education system. No child should be singled out or treated differently at a graduation ceremony because of their academic performance. Schools are meant to nurture every child's dignity, build confidence, and celebrate each student's progress. Educational leaders are entrusted with protecting the rights, dignity, and well-being of every child. When those responsibilities are undermined, accountability and not a mere apology is required. In light of the seriousness of this incident, the Four Children Foundation believes the only appropriate course of action is for Principal Jackson to tender his immediate resignation. We will continue to stand firmly for the rights and best interests of every child.
This young lady, I'll never forget her. She was there with Perry. When Perry did come up on the stage with the PMP conference, the whole of you them. Yeah, man. Member of Parliament speaking on podcast hosted by former president of the Guild Students, Lewis says, although he doesn't like to shower, he ensures he groomed immaculately when entering Parliament to work. What?
I mean, step up in the place. In the eyes of young people, the whole of it all. The whole of it near hurt, where we back a hurt, where we can't do certain things, and who now die them beard. I do whatever them want to do. I live my reality. And I can tell you, when me bathe and put on my clothes, come I don't like bathe. Me as a man, as a Rasta man, I don't like bathe. You see what I say? But you when me bathe and put on my clothes and my expensive cologne and put on my shoes, and me step up in the place, yeah? Parliament can't stall. That me I gonna tell you. In the eyes of young people, the whole of it.
So, what is going on with Ocean Wide? Why was this a story? Why was this a story for them to put out? You understand, Nationwide, they idle. They idle, you know? They idle bad, man. They idle for true. They idle. Let me check the Observer. A Chang still look for you. Something my Chang said. Idiot dollar. Sure. You say I'm most peaceful, sir. So I look for the article for you where I say because got him. See it yeah? Make you read the article, ladies and gentlemen. This article deserves a read. Lord have mercy. Let's get into this article, ladies and gentlemen. Peace Prize. Jamaica, the most peaceful country in the Caribbean, says Global Peace Index. Country on course for one of the safest years in its modern history. Oh my God, I get up, brother.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right
News
now. Stop the cap.
by Linford Simpson
No
Observer
bullshit,
Writer.
bro.
By Linford Simpson Observer Writer. July. Less than 24 hours before Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang told Parliament that Jamaica is on course in 2026 to record one of its safest years in modern history. The Global Peace Index named Jamaica the most peaceful country in the Caribbean. On Tuesday, Dr. Chang used his address to close the 2026-27 sectoral debate in the House of Representatives to point out that, as of June 29th, murders in Jamaica are down 23% when compared with the same period in 2025. This has placed Jamaica on course to record one of the safest years in its modern history. If that trajectory holds, we will end 2026 with fewer than 600 murders, said Chang. Just a few years ago, that would have seemed out of reach. Today, it is within sight because the country has stayed the course and because this government has stayed the course, Chang added. News. Seismic shock. June 30th. Hours earlier, the Institute for Economics and Peace, IEP, an independent, nonpartisan think tank that has so far published 20 renditions of its Global Peace Index, said Jamaica was the third most peaceful country in North and Central America and the 70th most peaceful place on the planet. In the rankings, Jamaica scored a 1.919 overall, which is a slight decline of 0.030 points from last year, causing it to drop one spot in the global rankings. Still, that score keeps it firmly ahead of regional neighbors like Trinidad and Tobago, 79th, the Dominican Republic, 89th, Cuba, 109th, and Haiti, which remain the least peaceful country in the region at number 142. Jamaica performed best in the rankings in the ongoing conflict category, reflecting its low levels of both internal and external conflict. Its militarization score was also solid compared to other nations in the region. The country, hit by a devastating hurricane last year, was slightly weaker in the safety and security sector, which shows its higher crime rates, political stability, and perceptions of safety, said the IEP in its report. The IEP list ranks 163 different independent states and territories, covering 99.7% of the world's population. To finalize its rankings, the researchers behind the list used 23 qualitative and quantitative indicators across three key areas: societal safety and security, ongoing domestic and international conflict, and militarization. The top slots, based on the IEP's indicators, were dominated by nations in Europe, with Iceland once again claiming the top spot for the 19th consecutive year, with a score of 1.161. That was followed by New Zealand, Switzerland, Slovenia, and Ireland. In his address to Parliament on Tuesday, Chang, the Deputy Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for St. James Northwestern, noted that at the close of 2025, Jamaica recorded 674 murders, the first time in more than 32 years that the annual total fell below 700. Our national homicide rate dropped from 40 per 100,000 residents in 2024 to 24 per 100,000 in 2025, a decline of 41%. That is not a marginal improvement. It is a national turning point, and we are not pausing to admire the numbers. We are pressing forward, Chang declared. He told the parliament that this progress did not happen by chance, and it did not happen on its own. It is the product of deliberate policy, sustained investment, and the determined work of the men and women across our national security architecture. It is the result of major infrastructure investment under Project ROC, Rebuild, Overhaul, and Construct, with police stations being constructed and rehabilitated across the island. It is the result of a record recruitment and promotion cycle within the Jamaica Constabulary Force, strengthening both capacity and morale. It is the result of an expanded Jamaica surveillance network and the continued modernization of policing tools and operations, said Chang. He said it was also the result of institutions that are being strengthened with purpose. These include the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency, the Passport, Immigration, and Citizenship Agency, the Jamaica Defense Force, and the Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team. Chang told the parliament that the correctional services and the rehabilitation processes have been transformed, with the recidivism rate declining from 41% to 27%, the most significant reduction recorded in recent history.
So I never mentioned CTAC. Oh, CTAC, they have to dismantle the big police, they want to sell cocaine. Oh, that's why I never mentioned that. Let's continue.
History. None of this would matter without the cooperation of the Jamaican people. It would not be possible without the dedication of the professionals on the front lines or the commitment of those who work tirelessly behind the scenes. They shape the legislation, develop the policies, prepare the concept notes, and craft the speeches that guide this national effort, Chang said. He argued that a safer Jamaica was not being built by institutions alone. Rather, it is being built by citizens who have chosen to stand with law enforcement, to share information, to reject criminality, and to reclaim their communities. When I opened this debate, I told this honorable House that Jamaica was making historic progress in the fight against crime and violence. Today, I rise to report that those gains have not only held, but they have deepened. The downward trajectory has continued, confirming that Jamaica is not witnessing a temporary decline, but a sustained transformation in public safety, Chang said.
You know, them say I'm most peaceful. Peaceful, yes. The funeral home, them a work hard. You must have peace when they rest in peace. With the bag of police, them where unalive, innocent youth and them something. Yeah, it place most peaceful. If people now migrate, them a get unalive by police, unalive by criminals, them a find more people. Now, just in a yard, just a decompose and them something. I find bone and all type of thing. So yeah, Jamaica more peaceful. Rest in peace, Jamaica. Mark the death. Let's move on. I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say. People, may I left it there up now. Thank you for the support. And sooner or later, Zane. Anybody want to bless up the super chat? Bless it up now before we go. So I can't tell you no thanks. Anybody want to bless up the super chat? Bless it up now before I go. So I can tell you thanks for your support. Somebody exercise the super chat for me. Want to see if it work over that side there. When my super chat team there? Where's my super chat team? Nobody there? Nobody from the super chat team there? Nobody? Nobody. Okay, let's see if I left it then. Remember to follow me on all platforms, ladies and gentlemen. BOLO TBV, BOLO VNR Clips, BOLO VNR 2.0. A BOLO VNR alone right now. No have super chat. BOLO VNR alone. You can't super chat pan, right? Only that station there alone. You more station, a really station. Only that channel alone, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? But sooner or later still, thanks for being here. I will be on in the next 3 hours. Or 2 hours, one out of the 2. Alright? On BOLO VNR 2.0. And BOLO VNR Clips. Alright? See you guys then. Appreciate you.